welcome to What Are We Talking About with Jamie Jakes. I am him, and we are here on Black Friday to watch some gosh darn football as Breece Hall gets the carry to the right on a pitch. It'll be third down, 14, 10, 9, 8 on the clock. It is best to sync up with us at home. Turn your TV volume down significantly. Listen to us. And also be synced up with us as best as possible is the best way to watch these live streams. And I thank you for watching. I thank you for subscribing. And I thank you for hanging out with us on a Black Friday. Another throw goes to the left to Brownlee. It is caught as we're seeing the new starting quarterback for the New York Jets, Tim Boyle, slinging it around the yard, getting the ball out of his hands rather quickly. Oftentimes you will see a backup quarterback favor the second and third string wide receivers as we're getting shots of Aaron Rodgers because they're used to practicing with him. They don't get a lot of team one reps. So maybe he's going to be a little bit out of chemistry with guys like Garrett Wilson, but maybe he'll be targeting guys like that instead. To my right, co-host for the evening, Kyle Lammert. I'm sure Austin. Responsible for over 10,000 views on this channel. How you doing, Kyle?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing absolutely amazing. I'm going to take a seat right here whenever you are ready to sit. I welcome you to the casting couch. What are you thinking, Mr. Kyle?
Sitting there.
Make your way back there. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to stick around.
Stop getting attacked.
Right here.
Oh, shit. My bad.
That's what we usually do when we have
my bad
microphone issues.
Hi there.
All right. And we are here. How was your Thanksgiving, buddy?
It was great. How about yours?
Oh, it was absolutely awesome. We just kind of hung out here.
Very nice.
Ate some food, watched some football, made some ribs, smoked some meats. We just did everything we possibly any way we could prepare a food. We tried to do it.
I have a quick early question about the game for you. Where's old Zach Wilson?
Third string, apparently, but like emergency quarterback for this game. I don't even know who the second string is. Aaron Rodgers, I guess. Conklin goes in motion. Handoff to the right. Breece Hall gets munched up in the backfield by Hall. I did make Phillips on the tackle. The graphic said Hall over Phillips, and it confused me. We are watching Amazon Prime Vision right here for the show, which brings me to my next point. I made a rather reckless purchase yesterday and bought a very large TV on Thanksgiving Day, Amazon Black Friday sale. So we are going to be able to watch these videos a lot easier in the future. Not Zach Wilson drops back to pass, throws it to Garrett Wilson. He catches the ball, but he'll be short of the first down. So the Jets offense kind of operates sort of efficiently. Now, they still are going to have massive holes in their offense, like their offensive line in particular, but they're kind of operating in a way that you could see them scoring with, as opposed to what we saw with Zach Wilson, which just makes you think, like, what the hell is Robert Salah thinking over there? Fortson grad in New York.
Hopefully he's clued into something that we don't know.
I don't think he is. I think he's either a doofus or he's getting pressure from ownership. The punt is away. It's up in the air. It is signaling for a fair catch. The fair catch is received at the 14-yard line, which is where Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins are here to start looking like Braxton Berrios will be taking the punts back, at least early on in this game. Braxton Berrios is a song that goes out of my head every time.
Every time, huh?
Every time I see a Braxton Berrios reception. So you got a job interview today, or are you just
no, just hoping.
Just dressing for success?
Absolutely.
Can I clue the audience in on the happenings with the Kyle? What's the show called?
Kyle Aaron Thomas Show.
Kyle what and Thomas Show? Kyle Aaron Thomas Show. I always thought you said Kyle Lammert Thomas Show.
Nah, that'd be kind of cool though.
That's what I would kept searching at it and I couldn't find it. But I did find it since what happened. So you and your co-host got fired for something that happened on one of your episodes.
Well, what their exact words were we are too funny to employ.
And what was the gig for the audience? You don't have to say the business name, but just the industry.
We worked in different roles at a pool company.
Pool company, so selling pools, selling water, selling repairs.
Something like that.
I feel like Thomas would definitely be a pool boy in charge of a rather large area. I feel
like someone who would get fired from a pool.
Exactly.
He looks like he's filling his prophecy.
And I feel like you were more in the sales side of things.
I was in an office role. Well, I started cleaning, and then moved into the office as the need grew. They needed someone else to kind of like deal with customers and stuff like that. Then I started doing that, and then now I don't.
Well, praying for you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
I'm excited.
T's and P's.
Yeah. We're gonna get some positive energy going your way. And if you're watching live, which I haven't checked to see if they can hear us or not, so this now would be a good time to do that.
Meant to share the link.
Go ahead and send some job offers our way. We are
almost a decade of customer service experience, over 7 years of management experience. Holla at your boy.
Over 7 years. That's a long ass time
for a young buck. I would say so.
Young buck like yourself. We are watching here in Dallas, Texas, at my house.
Willing to travel.
Willing to travel. Well, don't travel too far, buddy, because we need you. We need you for the show. So I'm trying to. We'll find something for you. Tua Tagovailoa under center. Mostert behind him. Motion. Goes the tight end, and Mostert gets munched up in the backfield. Quinnen Williams on the tackle just got signed to a massive extension this offseason. There's a flag on the play. The referee is walking up to the camera.
So do you believe that Aaron Rodgers might actually be able to make it back this season?
Week 15. It looks like a personal foul. That play was so quick. I can't imagine how you could achieve a personal foul that quickly.
Is it hands to the face?
I couldn't hear the referee. I'm assuming we'll see a replay at some point. Quentin Jefferson called for the flag. Yeah, I've been saying for a while. I think Week 15, Aaron Rodgers comes back. So it's going to be after the play. He's going to get up and headbutt him. Yeah. Can't do that. So it was after the play. That's why even though the play happened in 13 seconds, he got a personal foul call still. Tim Boyle, camera on him on the sidelines. I'm liking these Jets uniforms.
It is pretty nice. Gotham'd out. Is that what they call that uniform set? They're like Gotham series?
They're Gotham series. If they don't, they better start because that's a great name for them. I did notice Aaron Rodgers came in dressed in all black. And yeah, like I said, I think he will be back. And he kind of said from the beginning, is like, well, there's got to be a reason for me to come back. I'm not going to come back just for nothing. Just like if we're out of playoff contention, I'm not coming back. And I never really believed that because if you're going to make all the effort to come all the way back and set history to a play action, drops back, got a man deep, he's going to check down to Mostert, and he's going to fumble. Mostert's going to pick up his own fumble, and it looks like it'll be a catch, fumble, recovery, gain of 6 on the play for the Dolphins. Aaron Rodgers, I was, even if they're mathematically eliminated by the time he's ready to come back in week 15 or 16, I think if I know Aaron Rodgers, he still is going to come back, and Glazer kind of reported that yesterday. He's like, yeah, Aaron's coming back no matter what. You know what he's coming back for? He's coming back for fantasy football championships. He's going to win some Garrett Wilson managers, some championships here late in the season, coming back for the playoffs. So stash Aaron Rodgers now. He's probably available in all of your leagues. Natalie is sitting here off camera. I almost convinced her to come on camera. We've been getting dozens of comments that Natalie is the best part of the show, even though she's never on camera. She's always slightly off microphone, slightly off camera, but she knows when to interject, and when she does, great things happen. How we just got a table. We just came back from.
Thank you.
We just came back from Salvation Army. As we're watching a commercial, by the way, that's why we're talking like this. How you like that table, Natalie?
Table's great. 150 Facebook Marketplace.
Yep.
Solid wood base. Seat 6. We just need to find some chairs now.
Yeah, we went to these people's houses in Plano. Was pretty outrageous. It was like
Reminds you of your goals. Puts you in your place about.
yeah,
What you're trying to accomplish.
it's like $1 million house or so. It's in Plano, but they could still use the cash, and they took our cash from us. So
But I haggled them.
yeah, you
Nice.
did. It's a really nice table for
Really secure the deal.
the price. We got to get chairs now. So
Like your hat. Mountjoy rocks.
Yeah.
Saw them at ACL.
oh, did you? You're a Mountjoy fan?
Oh yeah.
Mountjoy.
You're always wearing the orange blood
Orange
shirt,
blood
and
t-shirt.
I make it a point to say, hey,
That's
I love
right,
your
we
shirt
have talked
every
about
single
it.
time.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got him that for Christmas last year.
Yeah,
We
good
went
shirt.
to Red Rocks in Denver and saw them this summer.
it was awesome.
Great band.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our favorite band. So we're talking about Mountjoy, our favorite band. It's like a folk style band that we are all very, very into. We discovered them on our trip to Utah because Astrovan came on one of the Spotify playlists.
Spotify, Utah
Nice.
playlist.
Yeah, like maybe we like typed in like mountain music or something because we were driving through on our way
No,
to.
it wasn't Utah.
It was Utah.
It was Jeep top off mountains of Utah.
Yeah.
That was it.
Everyone look up the
Oh, that was the
Great
playlist, is what you were saying. Got you. Yeah, so we discovered them on that, and every time we got back into the car, we would play the song again.
Were
So-
you in a Jeep?
Yeah.
We rented a Jeep
Nice.
for the trip to Arches National Park.
Yeah, so we
Very cool.
drove from Salt Lake City to Moab, and when you do that, you drive through like the two most beautiful national forests in like the history of national forests, and then you go like into the desert, and then there's the rest of Utah. There's Moab and a bunch of arches. We're watching the review on the play of the catch, fumble, recovery, and the Dolphins are still out in the field. Oh, okay, so they called it an incomplete pass. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Miami Dolphins. 11:32 on the game clock, 36 on the play clock if you're syncing up with us out of a commercial. Mostert is in the backfield alone. Tua sends Tyreek Hill in motion. Tyreek's going to get the jet sweep, and he's going to get a little bit of space for maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Running around the right-hand side. This Jets defense matches up very interestingly to this Miami offense because the Miami offense has been able to take advantage of teams with shitty secondaries.
Absolutely. Torching them.
And that is not what the Jets have particularly. Their strength is on their defense, particularly with that secondary. Sauce Gardner leading the way, of course. So we got a triple out to the left side.
A lot of speed.
Lot of speed on the field whenever Miami's lining up. The Dolphins take the snap and shotgun. Tua drops back. He's a left-handed thrower. He throws with that left hand to Tyreek Hill. He puts it right in a bucket perfectly.
Tweaked his
So
ankle there.
Tyreek Hill is like very badly limping off the field, and he's got an untied shoe. I can't tell what was the one that was hurt, but that's going to be consequential. Read on the coverage here for the Jets. Let's see if we can see any ankles get slipped up. Oh, he grabbed him right by the ankles. Wasn't even a hip drop tackle, and he still hurt his knee, even though it wasn't a hip drop tackle. So maybe that is the safest way, and there's no good alternate. Fucking idiots trying to outlaw hip drop tackles is unreal. Waddle gets a touch pass around the corner, runs out of bounds for a gain of 9. Looks like Tyreek Hill's pointing somewhere to his left foot.
Like an ankle foot, yeah. Way it gets landed on right there. I was thinking it looked like high ankle sprain, but I don't know shit. So
It was definitely like a twisting motion. It could be a high ankle sprain. I do have a little bit of history in that, but it looks like they're just taping his foot or his ankle. So I would expect him to come back out. Tua receives a snap, tosses it to the left to Smythe. He drops it, and then it'll be third down, big third down here for the Jets defense. If you can keep this game close and Tim Boyle can just operate and put some points on the board, this Jets team could be really, really good with this dominant defense. And they're kind of like the Browns defense in that it's super dominant, but there at times for the Browns, the offense was not operating whatsoever. Like everyone was so proud of PJ Walker out of the XFL coming in and playing well for the Browns. Like he was the worst quarterback in the league. The defense just carried him. So if your offense can just like put the opposing offense, just put up yards, just win field position. Tyreek Hill's back in, by the way, after coming down with a non-hip drop tackle. I didn't even know it was possible to get injured by any other way than a hip drop tackle, the most dangerous tackle, the most dangerous thing in sports right now. It's like bull riding, crab fishing, hip drop tackles. Alaskan crab fishing.
Specifically Alaska, huh?
Yeah. I think they're still doing that show, by the way. Deadliest Catch.
Remember that time I told everyone that global warming was causing a drought in Alaskan crabs, and it was a quote from a Joe Rogan episode from like 4 years ago. It's
No.
not even relevant.
No, I don't remember. Third down target percentage, 23%, which is honestly surprisingly low for Tyreek Hill, in my opinion. We are looking at some sort of tape that went around the left ankle of Tyreek Hill. He seems to be moving pretty easily. I think he'll be fine. Tua lines up in shotgun. Tyreek goes in motion again. It's a screen to Tyreek. He's going to catch it. Oh, he's got a lot of people out in front of him. And he's going to spin move up the center. And he is taken down. Top speed 16.7. He got up over 20 miles an hour in a previous play on the play where he hurt his ankle. I'm liking that. More of that, Amazon Prime Vision, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, for a production company that's been, disappointing in a lot of games so far this season, feels like the production this time showing appropriate, good replays and providing really, really cool stats, which is why the concept was so cool in the first place.
I really liked how they were showing just how quick these Miami plays have been. They were showing them all a second, 1.8 seconds or less just for these plays to be completed. Tua
pitches the ball to Mostert to the left. He's going to get the corner. By God. Look at who it is. The man of the hour.
It's Pokey.
It's Pokey. Uh-oh, we got some topos today. We cracking them open, buddy? Are they cold?
Yes.
I'll have one, please.
You want strawberry or tangy lemon lime?
Oh, tangy lemon lime for sure.
Sure, Scotty, you want one?
I brushed my teeth like 15 minutes ago.
Same.
Oh, yeah. Natalie and I are going to go for a run afterwards.
No, okay.
Although that wasn't exactly the deal that we had, but that's for a conversation off camera. Handoff goes to the left, and he's going to get stopped short of the first down.
Going back to something you were saying a few moments ago about Tyreek Hill and sort of his, I would say, lack of targets this year. I mean, honestly, it's got to be attributed to just how many weapons the Miami Dolphins have. They have 2 stellar running backs, 3 other stellar receivers. First time in a long time that Tyreek hasn't had to be the guy. I mean, back in Kansas City, it was just him and Kelsey.
He hasn't had to be the guy, but he still has been, which is fun. He's with the lack of target share, he's still been incredibly productive this year.
Absolutely.
Best in fantasy football. Tua drops back to pass. He's going to roll out to the right. He's got some space.
Run it.
Defenders. Oh!
Did he lose that? No.
Took a big pop. Tried to run over Witherspoon.
Pokey, do you want a topo?
Or Jordan Whitehead. My bad. Jordan Whitehead on the tackle. Thomas Gunter.
Topo the morning to you, dude. This is brought to you by Topo Chico.
Friend of the show.
Chico.
Topo the morning to you as
This
well,
one is
sir.
strawberry guava flavor.
That's very brave of you wearing those red sweats in my neighborhood, buddy.
Things, they're orange, dude.
Are they?
Yeah, I'll try explaining that to the cribs that these are actually orange pants.
They actually there were a lot of red outfits on the corner store earlier.
Do you smell?
Drops back to pass to he drops it. Strange angle from Amazon Prime. Sauce Gardner on the coverage. The pass was to Tyreek Hill. Tua put it in what appeared to be an absolute bucket, and I guess Sauce just got a hand in there somehow. We'll see the replay
Bizarre
here.
angle. This shows it much better, but yeah, you got
Feels
catch that.
like Tyreek kind of just dropped it.
It's a drop.
Tight coverage. Is that a really was there like a tear in Tua's skin on his arm, or was that like a piece of tape or something? That looked gnarly.
Pokey quick
Didn't
to
catch
find
what
the
you were
sauce I
noticing.
already spilled on my shirt earlier.
How is your let's move the camera just a little bit towards you if you're gonna sit right there.
I can scoot in, dude.
Now it feels like we're in a pretty good spot with where our cameras are.
Mr.
At
Licks
the moment.
himself. Yeah, dude, I was supposed to be here at like 2:05, and then I swerved across 3 lanes to get Topo Chico's. Somehow it took me 15 minutes, dude.
All good, man. We were able to start sort of on time, which is kind of per usual for us. I do have this Dolphins hat. If one of you want to wear it, that would help.
Oh, dude, I have a dolphin on my shirt, dude.
You do. I figured
Big
you would
Dolphins
look.
fan.
You would look great in that hat.
Fun
Fins
throwback. We used to run Miami Dolphins Madden franchises.
Oh yeah,
I would run offense. He would run defense. Yep.
interesting.
Fins
So what year did you guys do that? What
like 2009, 2010.
Oh, that
When they were
old
bad.
Madden.
Yeah, we
the
loved-
franchise, the old franchise modes.
Yeah.
I sort of remember those, but I remember the draft was like, I guess also in real life was like just such a crapshoot.
A little bit.
Then you like I could never figure it out. I always got booed for whoever I picked because they would have that feedback. They would have the crowd actually boo if they didn't like the pick. That was weird. But I have the Antonio Brown Madden 2018. That's I'll usually run through 2 or 3 franchises, but I'll only play the playoffs. And I'll only play the most important plays.
Like the moments.
The moments. Yeah, I'll only play the moments. And that's how I'll play through. Because I want to be more of a GM than an actual
I
player.
enjoy that. Did you ever play NFL head coach?
No.
It was a cool one.
We talk about it on the channel so often.
Really?
I've never played it.
It was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the Eagles.
Look at that. It looks like you can see his bicep.
You were right. Good catch on that.
Yeah. That was gross.
What?
Yeah. That was
Gnarly.
I thought that was just a graphic Band-Aid.
Me too. Yeah.
I was just going to say, he's got a lot of tattoos.
So Jets are going to start with bad field position. He's going to get hit. He's going to throw the ball kind of in the direction of one of his receivers on the play.
Pokey, this licking is getting out of hand, dude.
Paxton Bailey said, Kyle looks so official. Look at him. Happy, smiling face eyes.
Hey, eyes where I can see him, Paxton. And hands, for that matter.
So there was a receiver in the area, incomplete pass. He avoids the safety there, Tim Boyle, at least for now. I did not love that play call, him dropping back with Phillips has been wrecking the game twice now early on in this game.
Is Black Friday football just a thing now?
It's his first year we're doing
it.
And by we, I mean the NFL.
We here is the NFL.
Looks like
the NFL.
We're going to hand the ball off to Breece Hall, and he's going to try and get a couple of yards here. And they do, and he doesn't. He's going to get dropped short. Felt like I knew what play was coming. Probably why the Dolphins also knew what play was coming.
Wouldn't it be Amazon if it wasn't for the useless stats? That one, 2 seconds until handoff.
Well, you actually missed it. They actually had like one good thing that they did. They had every time Tyreek Hill touches the ball, at the end of the play, they'll put his max speed for the play over his head. He already hit over 20 miles an hour this game on a pass, and then he got hurt. And it wasn't a hip drop tackle; it was just an ankle grabber.
Hate to see it.
Turns out there's not very many safe ways to tackle somebody. Anyways, not Zach Wilson drops back to pass. He does. He's got Conklin. Conk. The Conk machine gets some room for the punter. Going to go down. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to punt the ball away. Jalen Phillips on the tackle again. If you started Jalen Phillips in fantasy football, you're having a pretty good time right now watching him fly around this football field.
What a great name for a tight end, dude. Conklin.
Yeah, yeah. Conklin's just a great last name in general.
Same with Gronkowski. But it's just such a good onk, like for a tight end, like just for some like, half a brain celled stud.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want your tight ends to sound too smart.
You want them to have like one of them Eastern European names, two
Once in the year?
fucking vowels at most.
Ditka.
Two fouls at most. The Braxton Berrios receives the punt, gains up the field for about 5 yards, and then he is quickly munched up.
If you can get a J and a K and a Z next to each other, like one of those weird Polish Johns, you got yourself a tight end, dude.
Yeah, Polak. Yeah, you're right. Eastern. You want your tight ends to be Eastern Bloc. Just big, dumb, and tough. Just like
a cigarette scar on the face or some kind of
yeah. Scar on the face.
Dude.
Scar on the face for sure. From a knife fight that your mom got into. Tua in the pistol formation. Several people in motion. Pitch is to Wilson. He's going to receive the pitch and gain about 3 on the play. Top speed 15 miles an hour for Wilson. Basically the third string running back. Can make a lot of speed and a short part of the field.
Lowest touchdown for 7%.
It's been really bad, dude.
7% is abysmal.
Yeah.
9 touchdowns this whole season.
9
bro.
touchdowns all season. All of those touchdowns started in the other team's half off of a turnover
Golly.
or a special teams play. Tua again in shotgun. Fakes the pitch, looks deep, and he's got his man deep. Oh, but he decided to go to Smythe instead, taking the first down instead of the big shot. I believe that was Jalen Waddle on this route, number 17. You'll see him gain a little bit of separation off this turn right here, kind of like a natural pick route. So Sauce Gardner kind of gets stumbled up as Whitehead tries to cover Smythe man-to-man. No help over top, Jalen Waddle, Sauce Gardner. That's going to be an interesting matchup. For
You're
the
like
rest of the game.
accidentally doing a color rush game.
This is a nice looking game. Handoff goes up the middle to Jeff Wilson.
Sure.
Name is Jeff. And he is going to gain about 15 on the play for a first down for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, those Jets all black look clean as hell.
We were saying that. We like the all black. Aaron Rodgers showed up in all black. We also discussed, I've been saying, I think week 15, I'm kind of sticking to that. Week 15.
They're going to put Rodgers back in anything?
Whether they're in the hunt or not. They're going to put him back in. Just so Rodgers can say he did it.
Just so he can retire.
He'll play next year.
He has to.
Smythe goes in motion. Tua hands the ball off to Jeff Wilson, and he's going to get tackled after a gain of 5. Top speed 16 miles an hour on that play. Which seems really, really fast for such a short amount of space that he had to work with. Why is Mike McDaniels looking at the play sheet? I guess he's just listening to the. No, he's looking at his offensive.
He literally
play
looks
sheet.
like the kid that would kill you like 70-12 at Madden.
Oh yeah, he knew the meta of Madden.
He's like the kid that's like adjusting the D line at the snap, and you're like, chill the fuck, dude. We're trying to play some football.
Got a
here.
shotgun wing T play action to Tua to Tyreek Hill on the screen.
They really got to chill with like drawing all 3 routes at the same time.
I like that actually.
I fucking can't see what's going on at all if they do that. I'm like, who has the?
It really
fucking
does
ball?
fuck with a lot of people's. But we are. Oh, did I tell you? Or I bought a 75-inch TV
Sheesh.
yesterday, so that'll be in for. We'll have like a couple more streams with this,
Hollywood Jamie Jakes, dude, fucking big timing.
and then we're gonna have a TV. We have to measure to make sure it would fit on this wall.
Sheesh.
The Dolphins showing a bunch formation. Braxton Berrios to the left. And it's almost intercepted. Well covered by the Jets defense. Sauce Gardner took Tyreek Hill on the wheel route after Tyreek Hill goes in motion. does a good job of blocking that, and then Tua tries to check down, does not go well, nearly intercepted, and the Dolphins appear to be sending out their field goal unit. Yeah, watch Mosley almost pick this ball off man-to-man. Jets been playing a lot of man this game. They're like, which is probably not something the Dolphins are used to seeing.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
no, with them speedsters. Dude.
Jason Sanders kicks the ball through. Yeah, what were you saying, Thomas?
I don't know, something about the Dolphins coach looking like he would piece you up at Madden and adjusting the fucking D-line at the line of scrimmage and shit like that.
I did used to do that. Yeah, they can probably pick that up on the. Natalie is currently steaming a tablecloth.
Yeah. Sorry.
A
That's
beautiful
okay.
tablecloth, by the way.
Has that oven vent always been there?
Yes.
The oven?
Vent?
Yes.
Yes, the
Not
vent.
since we agreed to the home, but since we signed on it, yes.
Oh. I hit my head on it and I was like, oh, there's an oven vent there.
I hit my head on it too.
I don't think I've hit my head on it yet, but
I can't believe I never noticed it until
you are significantly taller than us. Feels like you're always just so excited to come in and talk about football. You just kind of breeze right past it most of the time.
Oh, yeah, that's probably part of it.
Yes, and we are on commercial here. That's why we're just talking about bullshit. If you ever notice that we're not talking about anything that has to do with football, we're probably on commercial. So stick around with us. We will try to update you with the
And
time.
what a beautiful commercial it is, dude. The Marines, the few and the proud, dude.
Those commercials do get me pumped up every once in a while. They've been getting more, especially with, I've noticed, because it used to be like a guy climbing a mountain and then fighting a dragon with a sword that he found in the mountain.
Yeah.
But now I think Call of Duty's just pushed the bar so far. Now Marines are actually like shooting bad guys in commercials now. It's an interesting development that I've
They're
noticed.
all landing on an island together in groups of four, and then
Yeah.
Actually, you know that's a shift in the Marines campaign, that they started to get into more generations, like the younger generations, they switched to doing more video game stuff. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think they just already put Marines in the video games. So now, like, I think we could all tactically be Marines, like just intelligence wise. I think all we need is like the physical.
It's the closest.
It's honestly a national defense effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yes. Yeah.
I mean, we've been training since we were boys to be in a team squadron, dude. With just
No,
call.
America would be screwed if they were like that. No.
Yeah.
Time to go
Yeah.
to
Try
war.
to get four of your best friends on the same page in a game of Call of Duty. You're like, all right, you can be so tactical. Be like, all right, we're taking this corridor right here. We're gonna push down left. You're gonna swing back around. Like 2 seconds later, Leroy Jenkins is like is doing dolphin dives onto
I put
the other
me
team's
and
base.
3 of my guys against any terrorist organization there is, dude. Me and my best 3 can take on ISIS without a doubt.
It just all depends on what.
The kick is up in the air, and it looks like it's going to fall into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets will start with some of their best field position of the day thus far.
You think it's a coincidence they dropped a war zone in the pandemic at the same time, dude? They were trying to get us ready.
Have you played the new Call of Duty?
Not the news. I mean, the last thing I played was like Warzone 2,
Yeah.
I think, and I didn't like it a lot. I've played too much Call of Duty in my day, dude. It's,
Yeah, me too. I got way too into it in college and undergrad. But we are back to watching football. Not Zach Wilson puts a man in motion. The pitch is fumbled by Brees Hall, and he's going to pick it up off the turf. And guess who? Jalen Phillips
What a beautiful disaster
marches
that
him
was.
up in the backfield. Jalen Phillips is on an absolute tear right now.
Any dude without a Call of Duty phase, that's a red flag.
Without a Call of Duty phase?
Yeah, if
That's a
they
good
never
point.
had one. Or
Good.
if they're currently in one, that's a red flag as well.
I know a few.
I don't know if it's that much better of having a guy being obsessed with war reenactments or having guys be obsessed with other men playing.
Well, Civil War reenactment's
That's
definitely a bigger
Like,
red
That's
flag.
tough.
Is it worse going from that to NFL obsession?
Not Zach Wilson drops back to pass, throws it to the left to Garrett Wilson.
Wait, did you just mean war reenactments?
Yeah, war reenactments.
That's fucking cool.
You'd want to go?
No, he was asking, have you been into them?
Yeah, I went to an air show once, and at the air show they did kind of like a unannounced war reenactment.
Was that within the past like 5 years?
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
That was mine then?
it was 15 years ago probably. I don't know if it was necessarily the Civil War. I couldn't really tell you, but there was planes involved, so I imagine it would be probably more World War One.
I don't think it was the Civil War, buddy.
That's probably right.
But yes, I have been. Anyways, to answer your original question, I have been to a war reenactment before.
No, have you been in one?
In one?
Yeah.
Oh,
You'd
no.
make a great Union soldier.
Yeah.
I thought Lady Jakes was just throwing shade. I thought she was like, at least they're not into actively reenacting wars.
Oh no.
Well, do you know a person that is though? That was such a random shot in the dark.
End of
To be
first
like,
quarter.
That's a bigger red flag.
No, what I was saying was going from being obsessed with a game that's about like war to now being obsessed with a game that's literally about like a leather ball and guys are grappling fights, which was worse.
Which one's
Definitely
worse?
war.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody dies that much in
Have
football.
you seen this one? Have you seen this? What this is?
Every time
Jimmy
someone
Jack's
dies
Air
in football,
Force?
they bring him back.
Yeah, this is actually someone in the Air Force like flew this flag in honor of Jamie.
Oh, every time I see that, I always think Jamie Jakes was in the Air Force. And
Oh,
then
Not that cool. Like 3 steps down from that.
So what they're talking about, one of my patients, I'm a chiropractor, by the way. One of my patients brought me, he was like messaging me when he was overseas. And I was like trying to help him with some like neck issues that he has, like trying to give him advice or whatever. And then he came back and he came to my office and he gave this to me. It was an American flag and a plaque that says like the type of plane, where it was flown over allegedly. And the flag's in a cool little flag box. Kuwait and Iraq. On what mission was it, Natalie? Does it say there?
July 4th of 2021.
July 4, 2021.
Fourth of
During
July?
a combat mission.
On a B-52,
See.
On a C-130.
C-130 gunship,
You
which
know,
those are
You
sweet.
can tell from that picture what it is. That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, bro. That's what we were
Touched.
talking about the whole time. He's ready.
Nice. Yeah.
Now, you know how I know I'm stupid is that I pictured them flying that flag like on the plane, like an antenna, like a fucking like pickup
Like
truck.
over the plane?
I thought it was like a little.
I think they probably just opened the hatch in the back and like flew some
Oh, okay,
flags.
that is what
And I imagine they did a lot of them that day, if I had to guess. But
On July 4th, yeah, to just let them know.
It was actually hanging in the bomb bay before the bombs rained down on an Iraqi schoolyard.
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm just gonna picture my
Successful.
version where it's on like the antenna flying like it's on the back of a big rig truck
Like a
or
Rocket
something.
League car.
Named Spartan Shield.
Spartan Shield. I knew it had a sweet name.
Yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, so that's all about. Nope, never been in the Air Force. My grandpa was in the Army.
So
And when
my
I-
dad, shout out to Robert Aries.
Yeah, shout out. When I was in high school, I was like, I think I want to join the Army. I think that'd be sweet. And then my mom was like, definitely don't do that. And then my dad was like, definitely don't do that. And then they told my grandpa on me. And my grandpa said, why would you want to do that? And he was in the Army. And I was like, all right, cool. Got it.
I just thought there was another story for you.
I'll go to college.
Why would you want to do that?
Worked out for me, I guess. I mean, we don't know how it would have gone Army wise. Maybe I'd be
You'd have
like,
a sick eye
Oh,
patch, I imagine.
You'd be great. You'd be excelling. You'd be up there.
that'd be the problem. Probably is I'd still be doing. I'd be like the old man
Yeah.
on his
You'd be
18th
lifer.
tour. Yeah,
You'd be like the Army medic.
yeah.
No.
Yeah,
The-
because
the
they give
Army-
in the Army they don't
Oh,
give
they
all the
don't
dumb
have-
people the bullet sponge jobs.
plays back on. Not Zach Wilson changing the play at the line.
So Jamie Jakes would be killing people with like an Xbox controller.
Not Zach Wilson drops back pass, dumps it off to Breece Hall. He gets tackled
Easy 3 and out.
for a loss on the play. Kind of got rolled up on that left knee a little bit awkwardly, did Breece Hall. And yeah, that's a pretty bad 3 and out.
Classic Jets fashion.
Yeah, when Aaron Rodgers does come back this season, I have my expectations rather tempered as the punt is in the air. Gunter got pretty well blocked up there. He's going to have a lot of space. Braxton Berrios Braxton Berrios just runs up the middle for a gain of 10 on the return. The Dolphins will start on their own 40-yard line.
R.I.P.
Watching a commercial about, are they putting microchips in balls and finally admitting to it now? Or?
I'm pretty sure there's like a fucking button they can press that electrocutes the ball and keeps receivers from catching it. It's the only explanation, bro.
So apparently they have had a microchip in the ball for several years already, and they just haven't put it into operation. They still have the sticks, the good
That's
old-fashioned
what they want
sticks.
you to think, bro.
Yeah, I guess. The Dolphins line up again in shotgun. Mostert to Tua's left, another man in motion. Mostert gets the handoff around the right. Smythe blocks for him, and he's going to get taken down after a gain of 4 by Quinnen Williams.
Mostert. Now, for someone with a name like a 4-year-old trying to pronounce Mozart, I think he'd be more musically talented.
I don't know that he is or isn't, to be honest. I would like to see more shots of Aaron Rodgers on the sideline.
I just think there's been a real lack of coverage of Taylor Swift in this NFL broadcast.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, too. I was like, where's Taylor at?
Is she there?
I hope so. Tua is there under center. Hands the ball off to the left, again to Mostert, and he's going to get munched up. Great play, great tackle
Famous Amos.
by Will McDonald the fourth. Will McDonald had a farm, and he munched Mostert up in the backfield. Watch this play. He kind of loses his footing, gets on all fours, and still is able to make the tackle somehow. Comes through the middle. Oh, he gets blocked. And then he somehow finds a way to regain his balance. He was the weird guy that was featured on Hard Knocks this year who got like the weird piercings and stuff.
What?
That was Will McDonald, and that was a great play by him.
You think
Rookie.
he has a ding-dong one?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Tua probably doesn't, though. He's in shotgun.
Definitely doesn't.
Gets the snap. Looks like the Jets
Flag
jumped a
on the
little bit
play.
early. Free play. It's going to go to Waddle. Doesn't matter. It'll be first down after a gain of 10. Pass to Jalen Waddle right over the middle. Appears that – so that's more of a zone beating drop. It appears that they're still just running man defense for the most part, these Jets. And it is offsides on Quinnen Williams. He did get a little bit of an early jump. And it'll be first down anyway.
I couldn't see Tua with a below-the-belt piercing, but I could see him with like a split tip. Like just like a
That hurt. That hurt.
like some
Just
tattoos
me
on it or something.
Just you saying that hurt my soul.
I can't believe I haven't seen it, but I can picture it. I've seen like a split tongue.
Tua rolls out to the left, passes behind his target, Tyreek Hill, and he drops it, unable to come down with it.
Every time they draw the routes, it just looks like Madden, and it infuriates you because now you can definitely see who's open, and you're like, throw it to B, idiot.
Yeah, that's why I like this angle. In my opinion, I mean, our stupid, dumb, small TV is way too small for it, but we are going to get a bigger one. But I think that's kind of where the future is going, is more zoomed out. I feel like the original angle, where it's like zoomed in, is literally just made for old TVs. Like when TVs used to be 12 inches and not color. They used to zoom it in a lot more so you could see what the hell's
I never
going
knew
on.
you were such a size queen, dude.
Hand off up the middle, gain of 5 on the play. Mostert again, carrying the ball up the middle.
Whose name sounds like what a Swedish guy wants on a sandwich. You're like, would you like any condiments? And they're like, Mostert. That wasn't a stretch at all, dude.
That was not a stretch, dude. I'm right there with you. That was well said. Well said, Thomas.
Mostert.
Keep them coming.
That's gonna fucking be burned into your brain now, dude.
Yeah.
Every time.
Big 3rd and 5. Hulk does not appear to be super excited about it. The Incredible Hulk is what I was saying. Tyreek Hill goes in motion. Ball's over the middle to, my name is Jeff Wilson.
Sure.
Gets taken down, but not before he gains the first down. Quincy Williams on the coverage there. Again, just man up. Just man up over the middle with the running back, linebacker and running back. You know, Quincy Williams is a great.
No, on paper, a Jet would be no match for a Dolphin. Or
A Jet?
the Dolphin would be no match for a Jet.
Well, it depends if it's in the air or on sea.
It's very true.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it.
If it's underwater, I'm going to take the dolphin. Handoff to the left. Dolphins are so smart, they might be able. He's going to get taken down for a game or
Operate
two.
a jet.
Fly a jet.
Underwater, I bet they could figure it out. If we gave them
The
a jet
schematics.
and
Or maybe
and
just like an
thumbs.
aquarium jet that could like sustain a dolphin's life. I think they could figure it out.
I think so
I
too.
don't think the technology's there yet, you guys. I really don't.
No, that's what we're saying. We're saying that the Dolphins will figure out the technology.
In a hypothetical futuristic scenario, potentially.
I think the Dolphins are ready for it. Either way, yeah, I'm taking the jet most of the time in most terrains.
Most terrains except for water.
Looks like a pitch after a play action. Jet sweep, and he's going to be lucky. He's going to get 1 yard on the play. Mostert lined up at wide receiver gets the jet sweep on that. They've been using him a lot in this first half, and it is flying by here. I'm kind of like, slow down.
They're laying the Mostert on thick, dude.
And they sure are. I'm so happy to be watching some football right now. But like, hey,
On a
let's
Friday.
relax.
On this, the blackest of Fridays.
It really is. Like we didn't go like true Black Friday shopping, but we went to Salvation Army. Had a pretty good time this morning. Found a table, found a desk. Braxton Berrios goes in motion. Goes outside of Waddle, and that looks like a timeout for the Jets. Yep. McDaniel thinking the same thing as I am. He's like, oh, let's slow this down.
I went to Chick-fil-A today. They didn't have any deals on anything, dude. It was fucking...
Why does he have is that for like some sort of awareness on his off-whites? Woo! Or
No, they're just showing how cool he is because he's cool and hip.
Or did he just like steal those off-whites?
They're like,
They
look
still
at
got
this.
the tag on it.
They're like,
'Cause
look
that's
at
kinda
this
what it looks
Dolphins coach, dude. He's so young and hip. He even has cool shoes on.
Those
dude.
are what, $500 shoes probably?
You think?
Off-whites? I believe so.
I don't know, probably.
I'm not a super sneakerhead, but I know a thing or two.
I know they're popular, dude. I can tell you that. That's all I know. And they're showing his Rolly, dude. They're showing his drip.
I had one of my patients offer me to purchase a Rolex today, and I was like, I don't think I have that money unless you want to give it to me for like $100. Tua goes in motion.
A Warren
Drops
one?
back to pass, rolls out to the left, makes some time, lobs it in. Wow, what a catch for Waddle. Tua had to put some air under it, puts it in the perfect spot. Somehow it's not intercepted. Waddle comes down with it, breaks a tackle, and it'll be 1st and goal from about the 8-yard line. Watch this. Watch how much air Tua had to put under this ball to get it into this little window here. It's also kind of so that was maybe more
Lob City.
that was maybe more a factor of Tua not having the strongest arm in the world.
Got the job done.
Got the job done. Great anticipation. Handoff goes up the middle, and he will gain 1 yard on the play. Yeah, Tua kind of off platform there. Was a little bit of pressure in his face and did more of like a jump pass, and that's zipped in there if that's Patrick Mahomes or Justin Herbert throwing with their right arm, but not the case with Tua.
Dude, he cranked that pigskin like a hog mechanic, dude.
Crank that pigskin like a hog mechanic. Okay.
That's how we say it
Tyreek
on
Hill
the
lined
farm,
up at
dude.
running back. He's going to run a route, and it's going to go to Tyreek Hill, and he's going to avoid the tackle touchdown.
Easy bread, dude, all day.
Top speed 13 miles an hour for Tyreek Hill on the play. Takes his helmet off. He will get a penalty there. Oh, that's his wife.
The speediest top I've ever seen, dude.
11 plays, 60 yards, 6 minutes. That's why the game has gone by so fast.
No, I like what they're doing with the statistics, but could they give us a little Nickelodeon? Maybe give players like dolphin tails or like show them like blow water out of their blowhole or something cool.
That's his wife. His wife got nachos spilled on the back of her head last game. It was a little bit of a controversial thing going around X.
Shouts out his wife, Lauryn Hill. Not that Lauryn Hill.
I don't know who that Lauryn Hill is. Today she's prepared. She's wearing a nice hat today, so she can avoid nachos. So what happened was
We're going to have a whole day where we show Jamie Jake's black culture, dude. Show him how much off-whites cost. Show him the movie Friday. Show him who Lauryn Hill is.
I've not seen the movie Friday, front to back.
What does Lauryn Hill sing? I can't think of it. That thing.
Okay, well, I know that
Girl,
song.
you know you better watch out. She has a bunch of.
She was
That
also
whole
in
album is
Fugees.
good, huh?
She was in Fugees.
The Miseducation of Lauren Hill or something.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
my pain with his fingers.
We are on commercial break, by the way.
Singing my Jamie with his jakes.
Do you guys know who Baby Rexa is?
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like REXHA or some shit.
Something like that.
Yeah.
She did the halftime show for the Detroit game last season.
I remember.
Pretty
She
good.
did they remixed I'm Blue.
Mhm.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, because we
It
can't
was
let
really good.
classics be classics.
Well, so did you guys see the games yesterday?
No. Cowboys game.
Did you see the halftime show of the Lions game?
With
Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow. Yeah, no.
No.
I saw a picture of it. It was like a bunch of ice.
Yeah, so I will say the Detroit halftime show is notorious for looking like cheap and like rushed and kind of splashed together really quickly. Like I remember 2 years ago they had just a band on the corner of the field. They just had like because they didn't want to like break down the stage or whatever, I guess. So they just had like a shitty comedy stage basically, and they had like some people on it
Some
playing.
risers is all it was.
Like facing the wrong direction. Yeah, it was literally just some risers. And Baby Rexa last year was better than I remembered. And then this year, Jack Harlow, it was like a winter theme.
Yeah.
So they had just like a white tarp
I saw it.
on the ground and like no effects or anything.
Mhm.
And then like a really like shitty looking igloo
Yeah.
that was just like made out of like shitty tent material. Like you could see through it sort of. And the whole thing was Jack Harlow and a guy in a Lions hat was walking behind him and just like ad-libbing to him, but he wasn't on mic. And so he was just like a hype man, I guess, at that point.
We got to give the high man a mic.
And then yeah, the Lions cheerleaders came out and they did a great job. And they had these like cool little like winter uniforms on. So that was cool. And that was about it. He like ran through like 8 of his songs. And I recognized, to be fair to him, I recognized almost all of them except for one. But yeah, it wasn't great. And like people have been kind of trashing on him, I think kind of rightfully so. I saw somebody say like, this is millennials' fault. Oh, there's Mrs. Hill, KBH, as the kick is away. Yeah, a lot of people did not like Jack Harlow. A lot of people got introduced to Jack Harlow, did not like their experience. Felt like he was kind of phoning it in too, but I don't really blame him after seeing that set, which I assume he has nothing to do with, you know?
I respect him, but I'm just not ready for another cold-ass white boy in my life. Dude, I lived through Eminem and Mac Miller. Got to see the rise and fall, dude, and now I just can't handle another.
Mac Miller, I saw Mac Miller open for Wiz Khalifa the first concert I ever went to.
Shouldn't.
Yeah, that was a good one. Not going to get much better than that. Breece Hall in the backfield, bought him, lined up at fullback. Garrett Wilson goes in motion. The handoff goes to Breece Hall. He breaks one tackle, which we have not seen a lot of this year, at least lately. He looks like he's going to get a first down on the play, which we have also not seen a lot this season.
Groundbreaking for a Jets player this game.
Yeah. So I was big time fade city on Breece Hall, and that has turned out well for me. But I was also big time on Dalvin Cook in fantasy football this offseason. Has not fared quite as well for me at the moment. But maybe this is just like a redshirt year for Dalvin, and he's going to come back next year on a different team. He's going to look way better. Speaking of the devil,
Here he is.
on the field as Garrett Wilson goes in motion. High snap. Pass to
boy.
Garrett
Oh,
Wilson.
boy.
It's tipped, and it's nearly intercepted. Jalen Phillips is single-handedly winning this game for the Dolphins. And now I'm wondering if I picked him up in one of my dynasty leagues because I feel like I haven't. Or maybe-
Dalvin Cook, the fool that fumbled it 3 times in that game.
I think that was his brother.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
Was
James Cook
brother.
for the Bills the other day. Yeah, and he got benched for like a whole quarter and a half, and then he came back in and
kept
fumbled
doing
2 more
to
times.
himself.
Yeah, it was not good. Also, who's not good? Tim Boyle lining up in shotgun. Drops
not
back to
Zach
pass. Yeah, not Zach Wilson. Throws it to Breece Hall. He breaks another tackle, and he's going to gain 8 yards in the play. Another third and manageable.
Did they even listen when Colin Kaepernick said
Good news, I do have Jalen Phillips on one of my teams. I picked him up recently. So it feels like that was a good pickup.
I have Sam Schwartzstein on my fantasy menorah.
So here we go. Tim Boyle, not Zach Wilson, lined up in shotgun. Trips to the left, drops back to pass, looks to the trips. He had a man open. He didn't throw it. He's going to get hit. He's going to go down for a sack.
The Amazon broadcast, it seems like they spent all their money on their graphics and their two hosts. And therefore, their rules guy is just some dude they found kind of off the street. And he's like, yeah, I know a lot about fucking flags.
That was a sweet sack dance. Did you guys see that? The chicken dance? Oof, just beat the right guard. Just overpowered him up the middle. Kind of embarrassing.
Most of the rules guys are like former refs or dudes and they just have some dude named Sam Schwartzenstein that's like, yeah, I think it probably was a hold, I guess.
I think that was Christian Wilkins on the sack.
I believe so.
The punt is received by Barrios. Braxton Barrios. And he's going to get the ball up to the 19-yard line, which is where the Miami Dolphins will start this drive, beating the Jets 10-0 in the second quarter. So it turns out maybe this Jets offense not so easy to operate, especially when some dumbass on a couch in Dallas can call what play you're running. That's not good.
Dude, the New York football Jets, they're going to be the greatest team. Oh, wait, no, I'm wearing a Dolphins hat. The Dolphin Miamis. Let me tell you about them, Jimmy. They're
Tell
going to
me about
win.
them.
They're going to the ship. They got a young, swagged out coach.
You do have a young, swagged out coach.
Off-white swagger. He probably likes to play rap a lot in the locker room.
I bet he does.
Jam. I bet you he can hit a nasty gritty. I bet you he knows how to spray paint. I bet he could do a kickflip right now.
Oh, dude, at Salvation Army today, I bought a ripstick. You remember those things?
Oh
And they just repaved like my whole street here. So I'm just going to rip up and down the street and just like flex on the little kids next door.
I feel like the neighbors are like, hey, kids, don't go there. That's the crack house. You'd stay away from there. But even more importantly, definitely don't go to the Jamie Jakery, dude. They're doing NFL pie. I would rather you smoke crack with the guy than go to Jamie Jake's and hear them talk NFL football, dude.
Yeah. And I have to agree with them. I would not let children around me either. But I am gonna have a sweet rip. I do have a sweet ripstick now. $15.
Sheesh.
Picked it up. Paid full price for it too. The guy said you can come back tomorrow and pick it up. I'm like, I don't want to risk it. Give it to me now.
I'm getting my hands on the stick.
So I guess at Salvation Army they do close Black Friday. All the clothes are 50% off.
Sheesh.
And on Saturday they do Black Saturday, where all the furniture and the rest of the stuff in the. I used to work at Salvation Army.
Oh yeah.
And I worked a Black Friday once. It was a fucking disaster. It was a nightmare.
Sounds awful.
It was bad.
I was in the Salvation Marines. Hoorah.
Yeah.
Salvation Navy.
I was in the Salvation Air Force.
Yeah. I wanted to join the Army, so I just joined the Salvation Army instead. Pretty good recruiter.
Weird tangent. Do you know where Jack White got the lyrics like 7 Nation Army?
No.
As a kid, he would fuck up saying Salvation Army, and that's what he would say. He would say a 7 Nation Army, and then he wrote the song.
Really?
Yep. Little fun fact for you.
I want to use jacket. The Salvation Army couldn't hold me back.
Snap is away. Handoff is up the middle to my name is Jeff Wilson. Gain of 5 on the play.
They're now zooming in on the Dolphins head coach's off-white shoes and showing you that there's, in fact, no crease on them. He also has a YOLO wristband and shutter shades on.
I heart boobies.
That's actually not what we're looking at right now. It is 5:43 on the clock.
Beautiful family.
A lot of people just got really confused. Yeah, now we're looking at Tua's family.
Also,
a blanket up
all
there.
the time.
Pretty chilly, huh? New York, in the New York Stadium. 2 of 9 of 14 for 120 yards. Not bad for a first half. We'll see if he can open it up a little bit against this Jets defense. Play action, pass, complete to Jalen Waddle, gain of 15 on the play. And that looks way too easy, huh? again, these Jets linebackers are getting matched up with man-to-man with these superstar wide receivers for the Miami Dolphins, and it's just that's where Tua is starting to pick things apart. CJ Mosley asked to cover man. No, that was zone. I'm sorry, I'm a dumb idiot. They ran zone that play.
I think, and hear me out, because the Jets probably could use anything at this point, but I think they put like 2 maybe holographic towers in the end zone, and I think the Jets hit them. I think they get in the end zone a lot more.
That's
Say green orbs denote a high target.
Sorry. Jeff Wilson ran for a gain of 2 on the play. We're looking at some graphics here that are rather confusing. Kind of broke my brain there
Did
for
they
a
just
second.
announce game breakers? In this?
Yeah, they will flash around the receiver when they theoretically gain separation. So if you see a flash over receiver on Prime Vision, Amazon Prime Vision, which is where we're watching, that indicates that the wide receiver is theoretically open, and that's where you should look.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We should do drink every time you see a statistic that you have no fucking clue.
Yeah. Waddle and Hill off to the left. It'll be play action. He looks that way. Not open. Sacked by Quinnen Williams and Thomas, I believe, were in on that one. Big sack for the Jets. Keeping them alive.
You really do be your own people.
Big old jet sack.
That is Solomon Thomas on the sack, along with I don't know. Michael Clemens was the other guy in on that sack. Tyreek Hill lines up on the right. Tua's going to look his way. He's going to screen past to my name is Jeff. And great tackle. Top speed of 15 miles an hour. Great tackle by Sauce Gardner. Got around the wide receiver who was blocking him. It's 3:03 on the clock. The Dolphins will let this play clock run down.
Now, do you think the Jets respond with their classic 3-and-out strategy this time, Jamie Jakes? Or do you think maybe this time they get a couple first downs and then punt it?
So now that's interesting. So, yeah, the Dolphins are going to punt it. We'll see what – I think a lot of that will be determined by the field position after this punt. And there's 15 seconds left on the clock. It feels like the Dolphins are going to – yeah, they're going to sit on this. Wait for the play clock to run down
now,
below
barring
5.
a 50-yard Bryce Hall
Kick is up in the
super
air.
run, did the Jets
Punter
even
got
score
missed
at
To
all?
be short. Oh, the punter got run into?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
And a friendly bounce.
Did they just fumble
Oh
it?
boy.
There's no telling. It's chaos on the field.
Okay, so that was chaos. The punter sitting on the turf, giving
Give him
thumbs up,
He's all right.
waiting for someone to come help him up. No one's coming to help him. You're a punter, dude. Get up on your own. We're
Get
singing
off your
the
ass.
punt
Your
here.
job is fake.
Let's see.
Oh, he sold it like
He
a
did.
fucking
Charles tried to-
salesman, dude.
Charles tried to hold him up. Jake Bailey smartly
A man
falls
put
down
his
to
arms
turf.
on him, and then he drug him down with him, dude. He hip tackled his own defender.
So they declined it. Running into the kicker, they could have accepted it, but I think they just were like, that was such a good punt for us. We're just going to keep that result, is what I think they ended up doing.
Yeah, they got him inside the 10. Can't ask for more than that.
Yeah. So now based off that, to answer your original question, Thomas, I'm thinking they're just going to try and run the clock out here. Or no, they're going to start the ball on the 20-yard line.
I like how they did fuck up, but their fuck up canceled out their other fuck up to where it didn't even matter.
So I think what happened on that punt was
Fireman Fred.
Is that his name?
Fireman Fred.
Fred? Yeah.
Or
Is
Frank.
Oh,
I
I
don't
thought they
think
had
it's
him
Fred. Either way, super fan. I think what happened on that punt return is the Miami Dolphins Gunter touched the ball. And because of that, the Jets guy had a free play at the ball, so he tried to get a hold of it, because if he fumbles it, the ball just goes to where the Miami Dolphins defender. But theoretically, he could pick it up and make something happen, go crazy, nothing to lose, and get a big return on the play.
Sure.
Fireman Ed.
Fireman Ed. There you go.
Close.
There you go. Looks like a false start. Bad way to start this drive for the Jets. I'm thinking they're going to have to run this clock out. Not Zach Wilson drops back to pass. He does pass to Brownlee again. I think the second time those two have hooked up this game, which doesn't sound like a lot this far into the game, but not a lot of passes have been completed by this team so far. So here we are.
Ever since they started putting chips in the ball, dude, the Jets have been bad at football, dude. Coincidence?
Probably. And we do go to the 2-minute warning. Jalen Phillips on an absolute tear this game. And I did not start him in my Dynasty League, but I did pick him up. So I do feel good about that I have him on the roster, but probably should have started him. He's got 3 solo tackles, 1 QB hit, and 1 pass deflection so far in just 1 half of play.
How many Aquaman movies can they make?
They can make as many as they want. You got a problem with Aquaman?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it. I don't understand why everyone loves Jason Momoa.
Is that the guy who plays Aquaman?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was the bad guy in that one movie. That one
Aquaman?
show. Game of Thrones
Fast and Furious.
and Fast and Furious. But I remember him for making Khaleesi's eat a horse heart. That was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Remember that?
No, I've not seen a single second of Game of Thrones actually.
It's not great.
One of the few, the proud.
Yeah. I mean, the ending was so bad, you might as well just not watch the whole series.
Does
But
he have superpowers above water?
I think so.
Nah, bro.
I think he's like really strong.
Can he
Not
just
Terra,
talk to
man.
fish?
I honestly haven't seen an Aquaman either. So
I haven't either, but I thought he could just talk to fish.
Looks like he can sword fight.
Yeah, he is a trident and he can talk to fish.
that much we know.
That's Can he like make waves?
brother.
Aquaman did
Oh,
not
brother.
get a lot of fucking Garth Brooks, dude. Shit.
Watching a Garth Brooks commercial. Wait, dive bar concert
Where-
tonight?
Where are the bodies?
Damn, dude.
This is the TV I bought, except it's
Hey.
bigger.
The Justin Herbert special?
The Justin Herbert special, yeah, it comes with Justin Herbert.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
Have you
Imagine
looked at
how
that?
Garth looks on the 70-inch.
Oh wow, I can't wait.
That would be a real concert. Those Texans uniforms slap.
You like them?
Yeah.
We were talking about them too. The red helmet.
Yes, sir.
Whoever I was talking to about it did not like them.
Oh well, they were wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
The red and those blue with the white out stripes.
Did y'all? Fitzmagic is signing a jersey
They need to
right
put
now.
him in. What's he doing on the sideline?
No
Fitz, it's your
kidding.
time to shine.
No kidding.
Starters out. They need somebody to go 8
Hand
and 8.
off to Dalvin Cook. He's going to gain 1 yard. So now it's like, why did you pass the ball earlier if you're just going to run the clock out now? That's what
Fitzmagic.
My question is.
Come out of retirement. Take the Jets to 9-7. That's a big ask. But, there's like 18 games now.
17, yeah. Looks like Breece Hall's back in for Dalvin Cook. Tim Boyle is going to line up in shotgun. We're going to see if they're going to run the clock all the way down.
It's like the Jets are trying to fuck up when your quarterback's name is Tim Boyle, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He drops back to pass either way. It's slow. Breece Hall gets hit quick, and he's going to go down easily. This Jets,
Another disaster.
why is that offensive lineman signaling like it was a first down? Cater Kohu on the tackle. No chance I pronounced that correctly.
It's Qatar Kahoo.
So the Dolphins take their timeout. The Jets are going to have to punt.
Their final timeout.
So the Jets are going to get the ball back with about a minute left with 0 timeouts. Feels like way too much time to give the Dolphins. So we will go to break at half of this exhilarating game. Jets down by 10 points.
That's where
Have they
Geno
made it
Smith
past
is.
half field yet, the Jets offense?
Not by
What's-
their own volition.
Can't remember that they ever did. We'll be back to our regular schedule next week.
I don't think they've ever sniffed the logo, dude.
We will also be live on. When will we be live? We'll be live on Sunday for the Eagles-Bills game, I believe it is.
Not
at
Ravens-Chargers.
3 o'clock.
Sunday Night Football.
Nope, we're not doing Sunday Night Football. If you want to come over and hang and watch that with us, you're definitely welcome to. But we'll not be streaming it. Punt is up in the air.
Me and Cobb been getting all the snooze fest, dude.
We had one good game.
Yeah. This is our
Chargers,
usual
Cowboys.
This is our usual Monday night crew, right?
Yes,
And then y'all
sir.
missed the biggest Monday night game, which was last week.
Yeah, everybody said they were gonna show up, so I'm like, dude, we're gonna have like 12 people if me and
And we
Cobb
did.
pull
We
up.
I got fired that day, so it's like I don't really want to do stuff.
Well, he did get fired that day.
Yeah, all good. So we'll have you back on again, probably for the Monday one this week, and then we'll also be live 3 o'clock for the Bills game as they take on the Eagles. I think we got some pretty full casting couches for both games. So stay tuned for that. Why are we going to a break here? Because we punted it, but it's in the 2-minute warning. So why are we? I guess they.
Because
I don't
fuck
know.
you, that's why.
Yeah. Just we can get these commercials done.
Hey, you said slow it down.
I did
They
say
took
slow
the
it
hint.
down. They sure did. They
So
took it
enjoy
to
your
heart.
hormone-free medication commercial.
Jeepers creepers, guys. That's what the 2-minute warning is for. It's 2-minute warning, last call to get your commercials in. And then if there's a punt after 2-minute warning, we're going to cycle right through it. Amazon Prime's nah.
We
Not
gotta
on
get
my
those
watch.
commercials.
We
Business
got to tell
needs
you
that.
about Visa.
Vioza, dude, it's oxygen for your pussy. You gotta make sure that giner's oxygenated.
Now we're watching a Madden.
Man, I want to
commercial.
play the new Madden.
It's up to 50% off.
Looks like you get a Michael Vick too if you on your
Yeah, dude.
Pre-arrest too.
pre-arrest
When I
Vick.
play that game, they call it Sadden, dude.
Why? Because you're losing.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty good at Madden. Or I was.
We don't really have 2 good controllers, but if we did, I'd challenge you.
Sheesh.
Do we get a sweet halftime? Does anyone know if we get a sweet halftime show for this game like we did last night? So y'all liked what's her name? Dolly Parton for the Cowboys. You didn't like
That
it?
was weird.
You didn't like it?
Nah.
Tell me about it.
I did not enjoy it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she was lip syncing the whole time. I don't think that
She was definitely singing over her own track.
You think?
Yeah, because there was one.
I
There
didn't
was
think
one.
any of it was her.
No, it was all
voice.
her. Because there was one instance where she missed her line and you could just barely hear her voice in the background.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, she missed a big finish. But keep going. Do you not like her outfit?
It was weird.
77 years old.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Is it weird because you were strangely attracted to her? Oh, did it
was-
awaken something and you didn't
It was
realize?
weird because she's 77 years old. I don't know.
So it made it weird that you were aroused.
No, I think it was weird that was the goal. And it might not have been the goal.
But it worked. But it's that she succeeded.
Tua drops back to pass, throws it to the left. It's picked! He's going to take it in for a pick six! The Jets on the board! Eccles, pick six! 0 timeouts left! And if you were a Jets fan, you couldn't write it any better. 1-score game going in to the second half, boys. And I'm reinvigorated.
And if you're the Miami Porpoises, what do you gain from passing the ball right there?
Brandon Eccles, 4th year out of Kentucky, contract year. That's going to be an expensive interception.
Is this
For
why when there's a
whoever
minute
signs
left,
him.
most teams just run the ball? Is that why? Do you think?
Yeah, I think that is
When you're
why.
up 2 scores and there's a minute left, do you think that's why? some
Kick
teams
is up
just run
and he
the
misses
ball?
the extra point.
Jets. Jets.
So you do see that happen a lot with quick change in a game like a pick six. Oftentimes the kicker will miss that extra point
They just
because he's
miss
not
them
warming
all.
up. He's just like farting
Not
off,
expecting it.
like trying to get close to the locker room so he can go get the first stall to go take a poop in or whatever. And then he's like, oh, by the way, you got to go kick this extra point for us.
No excuses for kickers ever, dude. That's my motto.
Yeah. Have you been following Pat McAfee doing the $80,000 kicks on College Game Day?
I've seen the videos of him do that shit, yeah. But it's like a far field goal, though.
35
right?
yarder.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
It's not that far.
That's not an extra point.
That's literally what an extra point is,
Really?
right? It's 32, right? Because they line up from the 25.
Correct.
Pretty sure.
The 25 is the extra point?
Yeah, for NFL, yeah.
I thought it was close.
No.
And a 10-yard end zone.
7-yard snap. Just missed. Oh boy. Okay, so now you think they probably just take a knee?
No, I think
Or do they just push the ball down the
now
field
they
again?
have to pass it, dude.
You think?
They have to, dude. They're not going to, but they have to.
That was a lazy pass. Kick is up in the air, received on the 2-yard line. Braxton Berrios is going to run it out.
So
got a lot
much
of
room to the
space.
Right.
Gets it up to the 31. There is also a flag on the play coming from the sideline. Cannot imagine what that could possibly be. No clue.
Holding. Return team. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
1:53 on the clock. Thomas is just talking shit, by the way. He has no idea.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Dude.
really?
Wait for it.
Holding's 10 yards.
That doesn't matter.
Not a
Holding.
What I say?
Yep. Thomas called
and
it.
it's still first
And
down.
It's still
Ginkle.
first down, dude. Not just verbatim. This guy's copying me.
All right, so Thomas is our new rules expert.
I have as much authority on the rules as Sam Schlippenstein does, dude.
is that the rules analyst that they got
It could be.
to work on a Friday afternoon football? I'm getting much better than this, boys.
It is for now. They walked into the only open Toys R Us left in the continental United States, found somebody shopping there on Black Friday and said, "Hey, do you know the rules of NFL football?" And he said, "No." And they said, "Close enough. You're the new rules analyst for Amazon Prime's Black Friday football."
So here we go. Mostert to the left of Tua. He goes in motion. It's definitely going to be a run for Mostert. Hill goes in motion. Nope, they screen pass to Hill, and he's going to get a gain of 2 on the play. Top speed of 15.9 miles an hour.
Now, if you're Miami here, do you throw another pick six and give your team something to play for in the second half?
I would, honestly. I think that's a good idea. 2-minute drill motion rate, 67%, league average 32. Uncommon because you usually don't want to put people in motion, but because it takes extra time, right? But the Dolphins just do it so quickly and efficiently and with such good timing that they can kind of get away with it. Let's see if Tyreek Hill goes in motion here. Almost got an illegal formation there for the Dolphins. Mostert goes in motion. Another screen to Waddle this time. He's going to get a little bit of room, and he's going to bring the ball up to the 25-yard line. A lot of room for the Dolphins. Still have to move the football. 34 seconds left on the clock. Feels like the Dolphins are going to try and bait him into going into another screen here and try and beat him over the top with them over-committing, and they don't do that. Instead, Tua just drills in a pass to Jalen Waddle for another gain of 10, 18 seconds on the clock. Tua's going to come up and spike it, and he does. Tua, like we've said, not known for a guy with a big arm, probably going to have to get the ball up to the 50 if they're going to have any chance at this ball making it to the end zone. On a Hail Mary, that is.
Now, the Dolphins coach with all that hair gel, but can he hold on to elite, dude?
We've seen them have some close games lately. They just barely beat the Raiders last week.
Despicable.
What, barely beating the Raiders?
Yep.
I mean, the
If you're
Raiders.
the Dolphins.
The Raiders have been good, though. I mean, they got all the pieces. They're one of those teams. Anyways,
Now they have
Tua
something to play for.
in shotgun, drops back to pass. They're in the playoff hunt all of a sudden. Throws it. Wow, long throw. A lot of times in the air. Another out route. Eccles on the coverage, and it's like, whoo. Got some nuts on Tua after throwing that pick six. Either way, Dolphins will have 9 seconds to work with, and they are, I would say, still another 10 yards away from my self-proclaimed Tua Hail Mary line.
His first name was based on how many nuts he has, dude.
Tua. And it's going to be a timeout for the Jets. Jets might have some personnel things they want to get sorted out before this play. And also just tell the defense the situation, be like, hey, I'm sure they've done the scouting. Like, Tua can throw this far away, so they're probably going to try and get this far.
Dude, Miami has these Jets in a no-fly zone right now, dude.
It's kind of been a no-fly zone for both teams so far. Yeah, after seeing this half, I'm just thinking to myself, like, even if Aaron Rodgers comes back and the team only has like 7 losses or 8 losses, like, what the fuck is he supposed to do?
I'm gonna take them to 8-8.
Like they
Somehow go
can't
undefeated.
against good pass rush. They can't get whoever the quarterback is 2.5 seconds. We saw it in his first 4 plays. Tua drops back to pass. He's gonna throw deep, and he doesn't throw it deep. Another interception.
No way.
So now Tim Boyle is gonna have a chance at a Hail Mary here.
No way. That's so fucking funny. Now, what do you think made him decide to not throw a pick 6 there, just a regular interception, Jamie?
Same route too, right? It's like, what are we thinking? Tyreek Hill targeted there. And that's DJ Reed on the interception. 7th year in the league out of Kansas State. Great interception, great positioning on a very tough guy.
Guys,
to cover.
he's going to throw it on a slant to Tyreek Hill. Okay.
So could you imagine Tim Boyle puts this one up and Zach Wilson or Garrett Wilson or Jack Conklin in the end zone, or Tyler Conklin, brings it down?
I can't even imagine him putting it up, to be honest. I can't.
Yeah, how's he going to get that much time is the question, right? Because they're going to send 4.
I don't even think he can throw the ball 50 yards.
Tim Boyle, he's got a cannon. Tim Boyle's got a cannon, and we're about to find out. He drops back, has got some room to work with. He throws it up. The ball's in the air. A couple players in the end zone.
Short. It's an intercepted.
He did get it to the end zone, though.
Poorly played by and he's got a big return. And he's got some blockers out in front. And he's got the quarterback to beat, and he beats him. Pick 6, 100-yard pick 6 on a Hail Mary. Tim Boyle.
Stupid. Oh, the Jets are just
You
dumb.
just knew Tim Boyle was going to throw a touchdown.
I mean, is there
What
a
a
funnier
fucking
thing?
joke that was.
Is there a funnier
That's
thing?
what happens
that
when
could
you get
happen?
Black Friday football. Stick around, everybody.
Do they even practice? Like, seriously. Did the Jets practice that
And
play?
there was
Straight to him.
There was 12 Jets in the backfield that he just ran through all of them. I think one person might have tried to
Watch
tackle.
these routes by the Jets wide receivers, though. Like,
I think
not a lot of time.
all the people, one person tried to tackle him.
No one even in the area.
Incredible.
And then, I mean, yeah, it
I
was.
think the only person that even tried to tackle him was this fat O-lineman that it's a 0 chance.
Javon Holland on the 100-yard
Dude,
pick 6. Have you ever seen a pick 6 like that?
He breaks one tackle. Boyle got both of his ankles broken, somehow flopped both ways.
Extra point is up and through. Have you guys ever seen a pick 6, a 100-yard pick 6 like that before?
Not like that. No, that's
On a Hail Mary?
On Black Friday?
On a Black Friday.
That's just funny.
That was hilarious.
Normally they don't even bother to return those.
Well, yeah, that's probably why we don't see it too often, but I feel like we see interceptions at the end of half all the time. I feel like that was just poorly executed by the Jets to start with, and that's probably why we saw it. I mean, obviously poorly
They
executed.
got it. They got like the jump ball. They just threw it short as fuck because obviously, and then it seemed like the only people even trying to tackle him were like linemen who couldn't catch him.
Yeah, and once he got to Tim Boyle, it was all over.
Dude, Tim Boyle flopped both ways.
Tim Boyle
he
had no
flopped
chance.
to the left and missed, and then he flopped to the right.
That was bad.
It was correct. It looked
That's
like
bad.
he was trying to not tackle him.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not even. Nope.
Anyways, don't close your browser. We just saw 2 pick 6s to end that half, which is pretty wild.
Funny.
Don't close the browser. Stay with us. We will be back for coverage of the second half of this Black Friday football day.
All defense.
For Kyle Lambert and Thomas Gunter, my name's Jamie Jakes. Please subscribe to the channel. We'll see you after the second half.
What'll they have for us in the second half?
Wow. Dude,
What will?
the defense is outscored. Definitely going to talk about it on stage. Don't know whether I'm going to talk about it on the podcast or not.
Oh, our next podcast has to be called
Later Taters. Did I tell you that? On my first days, I got in trouble for telling the CEO Later Tater.
Is that Christmas music?
Oh, hello and welcome back to what we're talking about with Jamie Jakes. I am him, and we are here to watch some football on a Friday, and that is what exactly we are doing. As the Miami Dolphins come out of half, Tyreek Hill goes in motion. Handoff goes to, my name is Jeff Wilson, who gets to start for the second half, and he's going to gain 3 yards on the play. The clock is at 14-something, and now we're seeing an interview that happened as McDaniel went into the locker room, I assume. He's saying something probably pretty clever and obvious with a dry sense of humor if I know
I
him
think
well.
he said the Dolphins today have a lot of Riz and swag, and the Jets, no cap, are sus. I think that's what he said.
The Dolphins, for real, are bussing.
14:24 on the clock. Snap is away. 2-step drop. Screen pass. My name is Jeff Wilson. He's going to gain 2 or 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short for the Miami Dolphins coming out of this first half. I think you guys nailed it. I think that's exactly what McDaniel
He's
said.
saying, no cap, them Jets is sus, boss.
So we have been using this ESPN-provided scoreboard. It's been working a lot better than the Google one. The Google one started to get shitty.
I like the display of it more. It's
It looks
really
nice.
Meat and potatoes.
Gives you a little bit more, more information. Tua drop track to pass, throws it deep.
Wow.
He's got his man.
Oh,
Waddle's
wow.
caught it. There's a flag on the play. It'll be against either Waddle or Sauce.
Waddle, baby, waddle, baby,
Waddle
waddle, baby,
sauce.
waddle. Waddle, baby, waddle, baby, waddle, baby, waddle.
I think it's going to be against Sauce.
It's got to be.
It's going to be illegal contact here, I think.
Though they are calling OPI a lot more than they used to, but it's got to be defensive.
It's just, hands in the face on Sauce. Yeah, it's just not something – it's just not a play that happens too often, that route where there is an OPI. You're kind of just running.
Yes, sir. They used to call defensive pass interference way, way more. Now they let them play a little
I think
bit
they've been
more.
doing a good job with PI
Yeah,
this season.
Oh, yeah. Recently they've done
mean-
a lot better. It used to be flagrant.
Refs have sucked, but handoff goes up the middle, gain of 3 on the play.
Whoa.
But 3-4 years ago, the officiating was way, way worse. Like,
Yes, sir.
you're always going to have blunders and like small stuff that happens. That's really frustrating as a fan. But
Dude,
Isn't there-
Sam Schwartzstein is talking. Sorry.
that's the analytics insight
That's
guy.
the guy.
No, that's not the rules guy. That's a different guy. That's the Amazon Prime guy, and he only buzzes in for the Prime Vision.
It looks
And
like
it
they
just gives
found
you
him at a
stats.
random Jersey turnpike, gambling at a trucker casino. That's the only way I can describe it.
Handoff goes up the middle to Mostert. He's going to gain 3, and man, the Miami Dolphins are matriculating the ball down the field this half.
Matriculate.
Going real slow.
Dude,
I
They're-
appreciate
they're moving slow, but with a porpoise.
it.
Sheesh.
Well said, Thomas. They are certainly moving the ball down the field with the porpoise, and they found themselves in some pretty good field position.
Remember when that Hail Mary got returned for a touchdown?
That was
What a time
crazy.
that was.
Wow.
I'm so glad we went live just for that play. Tua drops back to pass. He's going to get hit, and he's going to go down, sacked, and that's going to make this field goal effort a little bit more difficult.
Well, Mr. Jakes, it looks like New York's D-line decided to turn on the Jets on that play.
If you can get 8 more puns in by the end of the game, I would deem that a success. If you want to be our rules analyst and pun expert, Thomas Gunter, that'll be your role, and that'll be your
The
description on the show today.
The jet fuel melted the steel beams that were the Miami Dolphins O-line right there. Let me tell you, dude.
And they fell down to earth at free fall speed.
Sheesh.
The kick is up. It's a long one, and it's going to be a low kick, but it's through the uprights.
Wow.
Line drive field goal through the uprights. The Dolphins increased their lead, winning 20-6 over these New York Jets.
3 points, just like the fateful 3 towers that fell that Tuesday morning. That's right, 3. Check out Tower 7.
7.
Guys.
Not the first time that's been brought up on this channel, not the last. It will be brought up on this podcast channel.
It's important.
People do forget that there was
Well,
Tower
you wanna
7
never
that fell.
forget. You want to never forget, ideally.
Ideally, you never forget. People do. That there was 3 towers that tragically fell that day. And there's only 2 planes.
Dude, all I
You do
do
the
is
math.
remember, dude. I can't even forget the Alamo, dude.
Well, that's Texas history. We don't learn about that
I'm
stuff
still
in
not
Michigan.
over the 5th of November.
What happened on the 5th of November?
Remember.
Can't remember. Can't remember what
I
happened.
Fox Day, dude.
I remember when we got in a war with the aliens on Independence Day.
Sheesh.
Will Smith at his best.
That was his best performance ever.
Well, second best to slapping Chris Rock. That rocked.
So did you guys? So who was the halftime show of the night game? Does anyone remember?
I couldn't tell you.
Dolly Parton. I was just proud of myself for staying awake because we had guests over. That was the only thing that kept me awake. That game sucked too. We were mostly playing
Is that
Catan.
the 49ers and someone else?
The 49ers played the
Seahawks?
yes.
It was a real
They got
snoozer.
blown out. It was like kind of over at the first half. So I had a parlay and the Lions ruined it. Game 1, I hit my other two legs. Lions really hurt my soul yesterday. Looked really, really bad.
They're good at that.
They are good at looking really, really bad on occasion for no reason. Well, the reason for this one was the offensive line was they just played bad. I don't know what Lions known for their offensive line. Just put some bad reps on film.
Sheesh. Fitzmagic, does he have a big name like that?
What do you mean?
I never saw Fitzmagic as a commercial guy or like he's
on
also
broadcast.
he's also on the stream right now. I just didn't know
He's been doing commercials. He's been
name in
working.
the game,
Great
dude.
broadcaster.
He's been working from Amazon for like day one.
Great broadcaster.
And they can hear us live too on YouTube, so that's good news as well.
Sheesh.
Also good.
It's always good when people can hear you when you're live.
Margin of victory.
And here we are, the Dolphins kicking the ball away. The ball's in the air, and it will be returned starting on the goal line, taken up down the middle of the field, breaks one tackle, gets the corner, and he's going to get a return to the 26-yard line.
Some of these graphics are like when they brought in like math into science class one day, and you're just like, what the fuck?
So now we're going to see a total yards traveled on this interception. Didn't move too far from where he started the play, from
Let's
where he
take
caught
bets. I'm
it.
going to go
Love it.
110.
But after that, it's going to be probably closer to 120.
Fuck.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to be right here.
As hell.
129, closer to 130.
Dude.
Yeah. Even Price is Right rules, I win. Idiot.
But Sam Schwarzenstein would be good at that fucking price.
Doubt it. Not Tim Boyle hands the ball off to Breece Hall. He'll gain 4 yards on the play. Whoa.
Something going
on
I'm here for it, dude.
on my screen.
It's party time.
I don't know if they could hear that on the stream or not. I hope not. I think that's the problem with using the
Guys, have you heard that? It was the Miami fans.
that's the problem with using the ESPN scoreboard live is sometimes they'll put pop-ups over their shit.
Sometimes they play
Not
really
Tim
sick
Boyle gets
music.
sacked. Gets munched up in the backfield.
Wait, that is Tim Boyle.
Eating, dude.
Not Zach Wilson.
Not Zach Wilson got munched up back there. They can't hear it on the stream, so that's good news.
Oh,
Dolphins
Now
starting
we
to
just
look
look like
like some
fools.
sharks, dude. Some blood in the water.
The first time we used this scoreboard, the ESPN scoreboard, we
That's not a situation you would like to be in.
halfway through had people have to tell me that there's a lady talking over your stream. Like, oh, cool. It's like our second most viewed one to this day. Anyways, not Zach Wilson drops back to pass. He flips it down, check down to Conklin.
takes a shot.
I think you got to get Conklin in the game. I think that's your
He
key
really
to
got
success.
conked right there.
Yeah, he sure did get
Jets,
conked right there. He got really smacked from behind in the rear.
dude. Hey, dude,
It is check down city in New York.
He takes a conkin and keeps on wonking, dude. That's what you like about him.
Just doesn't feel like the quarterback.
The coolest guy ever just got shown.
With the dude in the Canada,
Zach Wilson, third string quarterback on the sideline. The camera goes to him. He sees the camera is on him and he smiles. That was weird. He's like, yeah, it's not so easy, is it? You try and pass behind this offensive line. Aaron Rodgers couldn't do it.
no.
Braxton Berrios fumbles the punt. He'll lose a couple yards. They'll start on the 15-yard line. And now we're just hoping there's a flag on the play as well. And now we're just hoping for a situation where we can get Tua to throw another pick six. You know,
Be ideal.
I'm
It's
sure
really the only thing the Jets have to hope for.
So the money train rolls past the station.
And Money Train doesn't take a day off.
The money train does not take a day off. This is Dallas, fucking Texas. During the kick, holding on the receiving team.
So not talking.
It's like my old special teams coach used to say, the only thing better than a muffed punt is a punted muff.
Julian Hill called for the hold. You never feel confident when you're sending out a guy named Julian to play professional football for
Right?
you know? With all due respect for people named Julian.
Edelman. That's really the only one I can think of.
But was he really that good? And how did he spell it?
It was I.
How do you spell Julian? Julian Edelman.
Julian.
No, that's how this guy spells it too. So I guess I'm wrong. Julian Edelman's pretty good. Hall of Famer.
Was I? Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll check the stats. After
Weigh in,
this.
Jamie Jakers.
Handoff goes to Mostert. He'll gain 4 yards on the play. And here we go as the Miami Dolphins again matriculate the ball down the field.
Jamie Jakers, weigh in. Is Julian Edelman a Hoffer or is he not?
I don't think that's a controversial thing to say.
That he's a Hoffer?
Yeah. I thought
I
it was
don't
kind of
know
assumed.
either way, dude. You couldn't tell
First
me
ballot.
nothing.
First
I could
ballot.
argue it either way.
Ooh.
I'll say reasons he shouldn't be in the Hoff right now.
I don't
White,
think
handsome, too handsome.
Tua
career stats. Sorry about that.
sends Hill into motion. Handoff goes up the middle to Mostert. Gain of 4 on the play. Go ahead.
Career stats. Gonna rattle them off real quick. Receptions 620. Targets 940. Yards 6,822. Touchdowns 36.
It's a lot of touchdowns.
But
Not
is it
that many.
is it a Hoffman
Not that many.
though, dude? Is he a Hofer? With 36 teams?
How many Super Bowls does he have?
2 or 3,
Okay.
maybe more. Yeah, 2 or 3.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe 2 is right as he lines up in shotgun. Alone in the backfield.
5 wide.
Snap is away. Pass is to Tyreek Hill. Catches it for a first down.
So 731 receptions, 11,619 yards, and 83 touchdowns. That's what Calvin Johnson brings to the Hall of Fame.
Okay, well, there's levels to the Hall of Fame. Of course, Calvin Johnson
So let's try.
is an
Wes
all-timer.
Welker.
He's not a Hall of Famer either.
Well, we'll see. How many teeds does he have?
Tua lines up in shotgun. Mostert behind him. Hunter Craycraft goes in motion. The handoff goes to Mostert to the right. He carries the ball for a gain of 7 on the play.
He's allowed to Mostert.
Matriculating the ball down the field. Jets cannot find a way to force a negative play on this Miami's run team.
Just swimming down the field, dude.
The only negative plays this Jets offense has been able to produce are on pass plays, particularly deep dropbacks. On run plays, they seem to be just getting munched up on the interior, and the Dolphins are kind of figuring that out, and that's why all of these drives have been 14 plays for
I was actually
7.5
talking to
minutes.
the Dolphins running back coach before this, and he said,
And they do play action to spike.
I've got another good comparison for
Okay.
you. 920 receptions, 13,382 yards, 74 touchdowns.
Okay.
That is the statistics that Torrey Holt brings to just miss the ballot
Okay.
and miss out on the Hall of Fame.
So maybe I'm wrong.
what
Almost
about Wes
double.
Welker?
Double.
Holt will find his way. Holt will find his way into the Hall
My
of Fame.
best friend Torrey Holt.
No.
I met him at Christmas.
Oh, defensive alert, guys. Be alert. The tap pass to Tyreek Hill He gets the corner. He's going to gain 15 on the play. It'll be a first down. Max speed 21.8. That's a new top speed for the game.
Tyreek Hill is highlighted orange right now, which either means he is getting tired or he's on the verge of a game breaker. Currently, it's a different hue of orange. We don't know.
I prefer to save my game breakers for defense because
I'm already cold enough.
yeah, just like the Miami Dolphins. I'd rather guarantee a turnover.
I think they did use a game breaker for defense, and that's how they got that 120-yard run back for a fucking
average ball carrier speed. That was a stat that they just gave us. My name is Jeff Wilson. Gains of 3 yards on the play. They just gave us an average ball carrier speed statistic on the bottom of the screen. And the
not
Dolphins
showing average player shoe size and
Dolphins allegedly have the fastest by like 1.5 miles per hour, which seems like a lot of miles per hour.
We're also getting statistics on whose shoes are most off-white.
they're actually showing the Dolphins head coach's trillometer, which I did not know you could measure trillness, but Amazon has found a way.
My name is Jeff Wilson. Lines up behind Tua. Gets the handoff. Braxton Berrios goes in motion. He's going to gain 8 in the play. 6 on the play. It'll be third and short. Again, right around midfield for the Dolphins. And oh boy, they're matriculating the ball down the field, boys.
Matriculously.
Tua's got to be having a terrible fantasy game, huh? Right?
He's not even having a good in real life game, dude. I can't
Well,
even imagine how his fantasy is going.
He's having a fine in real life game. He's matriculating the ball down the field. He's operating the offense. What more do you want out of him?
You know what I want to see? Offensive touchdowns, dude. No more of this defensive touchdown crap.
Tyreek Hill goes in motion. Mostert in the backfield gets the handoff, and he's going to get the first down just by an inch or two. Kind of got munched up there by Jermaine Johnson, the linebacker. Third out of Florida State.
The skin of this Mostert.
Yeah. First and 10, 3:55 on the clock. They're trying to sync up with us at home. The Dolphins have had 16 first downs. The Jets have had 2 first downs this game. That seems like a real stat that's meaningful.
Average speed, baby.
Handoff goes up the middle to Mostert, and he gets munched up. He's going to gain 1 on the play, and that's as close to a negative play. C.J. Mosley on the tackle that the Jets have forced.
Coach McDaniel looking like the kid you would cheat off of in geometry. Because for some reason, math needed shapes.
I was pretty good at math. My parents are both engineers, though, so that probably helped. Mostert to the right of Tua. It's definitely not Tyreek Hill that went in motion. Mostert gets munched up in the backfield, and there's a negative play for this Jets defense. That's what I'm talking about. Clemens and Whitehead appear to be in on that tackle. Both of whom have been all over the field this game. Thomas, how was your Thanksgiving? We didn't get to ask you yet.
Oh, it was great. I drank on my couch,
Nice.
fell asleep,
Nice.
went to 7-Eleven, got some chips and ice cream.
Oh, nice.
Didn't eat either of them. Just
Ooh.
drank more.
Okay.
And fell asleep.
Oh, trouble with the snap. It's a screen pass to Mostert. He's going to catch the ball 5 yards in his backfield, and there is another. Oh no! Late hit. It's going to be a first down, and it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad pretty quickly, boys. If I had to guess.
Okey dog. Gotta lick them all.
Oh, face mask actually on C.J. Mosley. Had a big tackle right before. Definitely not a late hit. Bad call if it's a late hit, but I think they might have got away with a little bit of face mask there. Jermaine Johnson potentially called for this late hit. Here we're hearing from the ref right now. Personal foul, face mask. So it is on C.J. Mosley. That is the correct call. He had a pretty good grasp of the face mask, even if it is only for a half a second. Unlucky for the Jets.
It's tough.
That is tough. Broken play too. Tua has the snap, bobbles it, gets the ball out late.
CJ Mosley still catches it 5 yards in the backfield, it gets hit, goes down, but just unlucky that it reached up into the face mask area.
It's the one thing in New York they tell you: don't touch another man's mask. Capiche?
Don't touch another man's mask.
Real New York shit.
Get your hand off my fucking mask, bro.
I'm fucking masking here.
Tua goes in the shotgun here. Hunter Craycraft goes in motion. Handoff goes to the right to my name is Jeff Wilson, and he gains 8 yards on the run, and it is 1:56 on the game clock here. Hunter Craycraft feels like the best like crawfish fisherman in Louisiana. That's what I think of when I hear his name.
Now, my name there, Hunter Craycraft. I'm gonna show you how to catch a whole mess of them mud bugs. Mud bugguses in my hair found bow tie. We done strapped a Dyson fan onto a metal top of a roof, upside down. I'm gonna show you how to catch some mud bug.
Did you learn how to do that accent by watching Swamp People on Discovery Channel?
Quite a few uncles. I grew up in the dirty, dirty South, dude. Louisiana adjacent.
False start on the offense. A little bit of a break here potentially for this Jets defense. Jackson called for the false start.
Dude, I'm just lucky I made it out not Cajun, dude.
Yeah, you're much more Texan than
Much less inbred
Cajun.
than one of them crocodilians. I think they're religious people, bro.
A lot of top. Miami dominating top this game. Tua throws a screen pass to Tyreek Hill. Gets the corner. He's going to gain about 5 on the play. Will be 3rd and short again. Story of the game. 3rd and short for the Miami Dolphins. It's been pertinent every single time. Just staying ahead of schedule. And then whenever they find schedule, they either can't convert or they draw a penalty for a first down.
Every time the Dolphins positive yardage, here's what the coach says: Wilson! Well, because that's the only person getting positive yards, dude. It's fucking Jeff Wilson, dude.
My name is Jeff. Well, that was a reference to a movie that was old. Tua hits Tyreek Hill, and he's going to get a gain of 15. It'll be a first down. DJ Reed on the ankle pick tackle.
Remake Castaway, dude. I want a live action Wilson that can talk and shit.
That would be cool. AI technology is already there. Remember they had Patrick Starr? You would make an awesome Wilson. Like you're AJ Hawk, except you're the animatronic Wilson. We put like
the fucking volleyball is a mullet.
Yeah. Yeah. Just put your face on a volleyball.
Oh shit. We can make it through this.
And then you're a guest on the show. And that'll be the whole bit. And we'll never acknowledge it.
Dude, the AI SpongeBob singing songs
Mr.
are the
Rosetta
best
Miss
videos I've ever
Coggins.
seen.
Yeah.
Patrick hitting the R&B songs. Plankton hitting metal songs.
Johnny Cash doing Taylor Swift songs.
Are we just keep doing this? Dolly Parton doing Queen songs.
No, I was
That
just
was
I was just saying in SpongeBob specifically, they have like each character is specifically set up to do a genre of music, and it's weird. Like Patrick does R&B one's really good. Plankton just metal.
And then Squidward plays the saxophone.
Mr. Krabs does the rap music pretty good.
What does Patrick do? Country?
Patrick does R&B. He goes, fucking no, I can't think of an example. It was like
And then SpongeBob just does rock and roll.
I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of like pure Sponge ones, dude.
Yo, Goofy Gooba!
I can see
SpongeBob
Patrick
movie
doing that,
in
like-
theaters, dude. Peak life as a '90s kid, you know. SpongeBob movie, you out of your mind?
Dude, SpongeBob movie fucking rocked. That was like a send off for SpongeBob because they had to switch writers after the SpongeBob movie.
Yeah, it kind of changed now. They're still doing it though. It's all right. You don't think so?
It ain't like
It ain't the same, dude. SpongeBob used to be. SpongeBob used to slap.
Why did they change writers? Just because the guy wanted money?
No, I think all the writers just had been doing it so long. They're like, we we don't want to keep fucking doing this. So like,
Wasn't Rocco's Modern Life a bunch of the same people?
I don't know.
probably
I was not a big Rocco guy. That's Disney, right?
No, it was Nickelodeon.
Nick was Rocco?
Absolutely.
I don't remember Rocco, man. How old are you? You're younger than me, right?
28.
Oh, we're the same age, basically.
I don't remember fucking street years from when I was little. Street years.
How long you been out on these streets?
Is there? I think they're making Santa Claus 4 or some shit. Is that Travolta?
Yeah.
Seen a
Santa's
Capital One
gay
Santa
now?
commercial. No, he just
Apparently,
rented that.
he left the Church of Scientology, so it's a Merry Christmas.
For real?
Really?
Yeah.
He got out.
Yeah.
I
allegedly.
never envisioned him getting out.
Allegedly.
If he got out, there would have been like a bunch of bad shit that came out about him. Like,
Scientology doesn't have the pull in media as they used to. They just don't. No. And it's been that way for. They haven't had pull in the media for the past 20 years, or 20 is an exaggeration. 10 years.
Many.
10 years, but they just people used to be legitimately afraid of Scientology, like it was gonna like ruin people's lives.
yeah,
don't,
I
don't
think
have
they
the pull
did.
anymore.
I think the whole Richard Gere
Hand off
doing a
those
gerbil was because
to
of
Mostert, and he's gonna score a touchdown here.
Nice.
it.
Looking for a
Put some
flag.
Mostert on
Too
that.
much Mostert.
There's not a flag. Oh, they're doing a sweet surf celebration. And this
I don't know
game
what that was at all.
is
All their celebrations are weirdly aquatic. We're like, guys, we have to let them know we're the Dolphins.
that would be cool if they did like maybe they have already done it, like you catch a dolphin. You know, it'd be cool if there was like a dolphin, like with the football, whoever scores a touchdown becomes a dolphin, and all of his teammates come over and try and harpoon him.
What about if they do like a To Catch a Predator celebration where it's like they have one dude standing up and then another dude walks over and he's like, why don't you have a seat?
a brawl
hell yeah.
on an extra point.
No, I love this idea.
That's a great celebration.
To catch a predator.
Yeah.
And you just try and run, and there's like
and then,
the
and
two
then the other
linemen,
teammates chase him and yeah.
and then they arrest him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Guys, with a fight like that, the Dolphins should change their name to the Sharks. So it'd be the Sharks versus the Jets, like in that old movie. Where the Sharks fight the Jets. And they're like,
One of the Sharknadoes.
guys, there's a Shark versus Jets movie. Y'all can believe me or not.
It's like it's a Broadway film.
Nah, it's like one of those old movies where the greasers and it's like Grease, and then these white guys in leather jackets are mad
Oh,
at the
you're talking
other
about
white
The
guys in
Outsiders.
leather jackets. Might be the Outsiders. Literally might be that. Sharks versus Jets wasn't Outsiders.
That's not the thing.
Sharks v Jets. You don't know Nathan about cinema, dude.
So we're seeing Wilkins kind of jumped up on top of the long snapper, and then I'm assuming someone's going to take umbrage to that act. But yeah, they didn't really show what happened afterwards. Blake, both by the Jets. After play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 57.
Oh.
Uh-oh,
Like,
he's gonna get
official.
he's gonna get ejected.
Was really mean.
So it's a 30-yard.
Yeah.
Wow, the official's
He's bleeding.
bleeding.
Sheesh.
So we're seeing
Both of them
some
will be
shoving up in the
enforced.
middle, and then someone's helmet's getting taken off. And
I love the slow motion fight.
I didn't see the official.
Sheesh. They just showed an official spit blood, dude. The NFL's back.
Did you guys see what official got?
The one with his hat off, I never saw him get clocked. I just saw him spit blood.
I
though.
couldn't
They
see
showed that
him.
in 4K.
Must have been well after the play. So it's a 30-yard penalty. It's the first ever 30-yard penalty in the NFL history. That's what we just saw on
I
Friday.
think so. They just said since it was against the official, it counts as double.
What if that's just a rule he just made up? On the spot.
I've never
He's
heard
like,
of it before.
And we're fucking in charge of this game. We spot the ball. Y'all are gonna start 30 yards back because we said
You
so.
guys started the other team's fucking one. Fuck you. You guys hit an official.
What a horrible game, though.
Oh, boy.
Who could have seen this coming?
I like that at least they hit a ref.
Yeah, the pick six, the 100-yard pick six has never happened in the NFL before on a Hail Mary.
Yeah, almost wish it was the lady ref that she would have finally been on.
That is the advantage to having the women refs is you feel like the players can't be as angry at them because it's just optically bad for a player to be screaming at a woman versus just like a small white man who's also a lawyer part-time.
Until one of them lady refs gets DeMar Hamlin and they got to clone him.
Do you think DeMar Hamlin?
Clone DeMar. I don't know if they cloned him. They
didn't do a good job because he hasn't been able to even make the starting roster but once this season.
It's called what a clone would do.
Exactly. So I guess that makes sense.
I don't even think they had to get a clone. I think they just found a good enough lookalike, dude.
You know what, really, with all due respect for DeMar Hamlin, if you're only going to be active on the roster once in a whole season where your defense plays mediocre, how are you going to win comeback player of the year? I don't think he should win comeback player of the year.
Because he came back to life.
But he didn't start. You got to start. You got to come back to life and then come back and play again. You actually have to come. That's the whole thing. Is something happens to a player and they come back from it. DeMar is alive, which is why
from the depths of hell.
I practiced. You think he went to hell? I think he went to heaven. But anyways,
If he went to heaven, he wouldn't have came back.
I don't think it was up to him. It was the athletic trainers involved.
In heaven?
Yeah.
The athletic trainers in heaven.
No.
We still need you on Earth.
I think Tua should win. As of right now over DeMar Hamlin, unless he comes in and gets 2 interceptions this season. You got to actually come back
Off of the basis that it's because Tua can ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he had 4 concussions last year. Remember?
I think we're going to see the official get clocked.
So
Oh, yes. A finger.
The umpire, yeah, it was kind of inadvertent. He's going to get a flag, and it was inadvertent. So I guess they were nice to
Look
not.
at the talk back.
They were nice to not call him or eject him for that. Michael Clemens. The kickoff starts from the 50. It's hilarious.
Kicked off from the fucking logo, dude.
They did kick him out.
If you want to discourage, I don't like the fair catch rule, but if you want to discourage, they did eject
They
him.
did both of them, yeah. 2 players.
They
were
shouldn't have
ejected.
ejected them. I guess if the game's over anyway, but whatever. They shouldn't have injected him.
They should have injected him, dude.
Tim Boyle, 8 for 12. It's a good percentage. Don't look at the yardage, though.
Or the pick.
Yeah.
Not Zach Wilson having a very Zach Wilson game.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's even the point of putting in not Zach Wilson if you're going to fucking...
It's a clusterfuck. It's a pass to Breece Hall. He's going to gain 12 yards on the play.
You think Zach Wilson could have done this?
I think it would have been worse with Zach Wilson, yeah.
Really?
He's so bad.
Where did Boyle even come?
He was backing up.
Back up.
Yeah, in Green Bay. Didn't see much field, but he backed him up. Looked somewhat competent. And here we go. Garrett Wilson.
We got a reception.
2 receptions back to back, bud.
Record in this game.
Jalen Ramsey, that's the first time they've thrown the ball his way. So maybe also this Miami Dolphins defense is just going to start looking a lot better with Ramsey coming back after the first few games, getting his feet warm in the offense. You know the saying, get your feet warm.
Mhm.
Ramsey on Garrett Wilson here, and not Zach Wilson's not going to look his way. He's instead going to avoid the tackle. Garrett Wilson's kind of open. He's going to slide down for a sack. Jeepers creepers.
Another brawl.
That was another Jalen Phillips sack, I think. And I benched him in Dynasty. I don't know what I was thinking. Why? He's bad too.
Well, he's like, I can't get it done to the air, but I am hell on wheels.
Defensive alert. Tim Boyle drops back to pass. He throws it to Breece Hall. It's short. It's a bad pass. He's going to get wrapped up, down, short of the first down yard line. And now it's 4th down.
I like the Jets' new strategy of getting a first down before doing the 3 down. I think that's going to pay in bushels.
So they're going to go for it here. Tim Boyle. Pre-game over under 173 yards. That's crazy.
Very handsome for a guy named Tim Boyle. You'd think he'd be one of those like milk guys.
Oh, no, super hot. 63 yards passing. Seems like it's going to go under. And there's a flag on the play. False starts. They're going to have to punt. And that'll probably just be lucky for the Jets, honestly.
Put them out of their fucking misery,
Yeah.
NFL. Move them to Cleveland. The Cleveland Jets. There's a ring to it.
Yeah, they can share the stadium with the Browns.
Yes, sir.
First energy.
Call it
Jesus
Loser
Christ.
Stadium. Call it Big Dumb Loser Idiot Stadium.
So Warren jumped. Filling in for
And they're still going for it because they didn't learn their lesson at all.
defensive alert, buddy. Throw over the middle to
Oh,
Conklin.
hey.
Conk. Maybe just throw him the ball
Sheesh.
more.
So,
First
dude,
down.
I'm telling you, if you want to win, put Conklin in, dude. That's your game to lose.
Well said.
You got a guy named Conklin. What more do you need? Feed him. You see that catch?
He's hungry.
Do you think he wasn't trying to catch that, or do you think he was catching
Blitz. Miami Dolphins blitz.
it? Again,
Obviously, it's not picked up because why would you pick up a blitz?
not only that, but he threw it to Conk, but he threw it more to the defender, dude.
Athletically, this New York Jets offensive line.
Short steam drink, dude.
Okay, sorry. Offensively, this Jets offensive line, athletically rather, is not impressive, but they're also not on the same page.
You know who's even less impressive? Sam Schwartzstein, dude. That fat-faced idiot. I don't like it.
Not Zach Wilson drops back to pass. He's going to get instant pressure from both ends and up the middle. Zach's going to get hit, go down.
You bring this fat-faced guy I don't know in with zero credentials. He's not even old, so I'm not even going to respect him on some gerontocracy type of thing. He just looks stupid, and I don't think he's smart.
We also can't hear what he's saying. So I'm sure
I saw enough.
I'm sure it's far less intelligent than what we're providing. These fat faces on YouTube are providing. Not Zach Wilson drops back to throw a screen to Dalvin Cook as the money train comes through the station. Dalvin Cook's going to stay behind his blocker. He's going to gain about 12 on the play. It'll be 4th down and how far? It says 10 on the graphic. It's definitely not 10. It's 3. There it is. 4th and 3. 11:31.
The difference between these fat faces and his is ours have this ass, dude. This dude's a wet
You're
blanket.
right. You're absolutely
And
right.
he's not even wearing a suit. He's wearing like a T-shirt, dude. This guy's in his living room.
Tim Doyle back to pass to Garrett Wilson. He catches it and he makes 3 men miss because that's what he does, but he doesn't get the ball enough. I will say that is the one thing that Aaron Rodgers can do a lot better with his offense is just throw it to Conklin and Garrett Wilson every time, which is kind of what I was expecting leading up to the season. He still doesn't have enough time to do it, but not Aaron Rodgers drops back to pass to Rucker.
Dude, they're like moving the ball now and with like zero time in between snaps.
Well, the Dolphins
I don't
are
know if
kind
they're
of backing off, keeping everything in front of them. But yes, this is how you have to operate
Are
this
they hitting a
offense.
no huddle? Are they letting Boyle call plays? What is happening?
Seems like Boyle's just running the damn offense at the moment. But yeah,
Somehow doing better than they were.
these are the routes that they have to be running, and this is like better play calling. That's what I'm saying. Just like this whole Jets organization is just such a clusterfuck without Rodgers in, because these are changes Rodgers probably would have made if he was actually playing quarterback, but he's not. So he's kind of taking more of a backseat, and he needs to just take over as head coach, honestly.
Well, do you think they're actually going to switch to all grass fields and make the $18 million investment, or do you think as a nonprofit, the NFL probably doesn't have the money?
I don't think they have the money for it, kid. Yeah, I think they're probably just keep turf in a lot of places. I have played on the Lions turf. I remember it being pretty good. See, there are certain turf, like artificial turfs, that nobody complains about, and I think Detroit's definitely one of them. Like you'll never hear anybody ever complain about Detroit's turf. Obviously, MetLife, people complain about.
Houston's is notoriously bad.
Yeah. Tim Boyle, another quick hitter to Rucker, and he gets quickly hit. And he's going to go down, and he's going to get and he's gonna be slow to stand up.
Houston rolls theirs out in like patches
Oof.
for the rodeo or whatever, and so there's like a lot of quote unquote holes in the turf that was allegedly what killed Clowney.
Javen Clowney,
Yes, sir.
Deshaun Elliott on the mollywop there. What happened? I don't remember anything happened to Clowney.
Messed up his knee.
Yeah, he got a knee
Run up the
injury.
middle. I mean, I knew he
But,
was
like,
always injured,
The first injury was because of like the Texans.
but that seemed to be more of like a Clowney issue than a
A lot
Texans
of
issue.
Texans got hurt just because their field was fucked. And,
Really?
like, players actively complain about it. And they're like, we have to go to the rodeo.
I hate that city, dude. Your fucking city sucks. It's so
From
stupid.
Detroit.
Yeah, it's way better than Houston. You're out of your
No,
fucking
it's
mind.
not,
Yes,
dude.
it is.
Y'all's pizza made out of
Drops
CC's
back
cake.
pass. That's not real. Garrett Wilson catches. Nope, drops the pass. That's not real. If anyone tells you Detroit pizza's a thing, nobody in Detroit's like, I want some Detroit style pizza. Fucking no one says that.
Yeah, they just call it pizza there.
No, that's just it's. But you go to New York, so you got to do New York style pizza. That's how they say it.
That's how they say it.
There's no such thing as Detroit style pizza, and if anyone tells you that, they're lying to you. Screen pass to
called Little
Brees Hall,
Caesars.
absolutely sniffed out. Jerome Baker on the tackle, and Phillips down on the turf, laying on his left side.
He's trying to be painted like one of those French girls.
He does look that way. Also kind of concerning that he's laying that way. So I'm going to get up to Pete. You two think you can banter?
Oh, yeah, dude. Dolphins.
Rabble.
Well, Jimmy Jake's gone. Let's talk some more about Sam Schwartzstein. Now, this guy with his
Here's a guy.
with his black T-shirt, dude. I don't even think he's in studio. I think he's zooming in from his obviously soundproof closet, which he uses to. And I don't want to say mangle women of the night, but maybe crumple is a better. I definitely folds them in various. I don't. Yeah, help me out here, Kyle.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so when he's hacking these women apart limb from limb in his soundproof closet that he obviously is, tuning in from for the game, I'm surprised there's not been like a patch of blood on his face or a black eye. The fact his makeup team has to be on. The fact that there's been no bruises or cuts shown from Sam Schwartzstein is you got to give a thumbs up to the Amazon production team, obviously.
This was a mistake on your part.
And if and when they do find the victims of Sam Schwartzstein, I would like to say you should have seen it coming. I don't want to victim blame here, but this is the one circumstance where I think it's okay. Because if a dude came up to you and said, hey, my name's Sam Schwartzstein, looking like that, that's on you.
Do you blame the victims of Garth Brooks the same?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You
Sure.
know it's Garth Brooks.
But I'm also a little bit of a star fucker, so I blame them less, dude, because he has more star power than Sam Stinky Schwartzstein.
I kind of hate him too, for the record, independently of you. It just feels like you're coming on a little bit too hard on
On old Sammy Schwartzstein.
Sham Stinky Schwartzstein. He does stink. You're right.
Dude, he's in a live football production wearing a black T-shirt.
What fucking idiot would do that?
So
At least wear some sweater and some sweatpants like a self-respecting individual.
At least it has like a dolphin on it.
You are a massive Dolphins fan, and people forget about that.
72, dude. Only
That's what you
undefeated
forget.
team. Look it up. 17-0, baby. 72 fins. We out here. But yeah, no. That guy, amateur hour, no credentials, fat, ugly head, not handsome. Definitely a
Oh,
nepotism
no.
job.
Phillips is getting, and they're clearing the bench for him.
Oh boy,
Okay, so
I feel bad for.
that's not good. So that's concerning. Oh, Achilles rupture, right ankle.
Off the gate, dude.
Oh, that sucks. Damn it.
Do you see the snap?
Oh, yeah, right ankle, dude. Boom.
The last white safety.
You see that?
Ugh.
Damn
The
it.
worst one that I can remember is Brandon Oliver. the running back for the Chargers. You could see his whole leg just like reverberate.
The last white defensive back in the NFL just shattered his ankle just running.
There's been a lot of Achilles ruptures, it feels like, this year versus other years. And we've had 2 quarterbacks go down with Achilles ruptures.
Yeah.
And you can't even blame the vaccines because Rodgers tore his. So
When are they going to figure out how to fix these Achilles, dude?
they apparently they have. Rodgers is coming back week 15. We're about to find out.
Sheesh. They got him some pterodactyl bones.
Although Cam Akers also came back from an Achilles and then proceeded to either re-tear or tear the other one about a year and a half later. So apparently he got a similar surgery that allowed him to come back. Achilles rupture, I'm not afraid of anything except rupturing my Achilles. There's nothing I fear more than rupturing my own Achilles.
Oh, mine's global thermonuclear war, but Achilles sounds.
No, I'm less afraid of thermochemical nuclear war than tearing my own Achilles.
They're both up there.
If we had thermonuclear war, I would assume that Dallas, Texas would be the first place you would hit. One of the first places. So we're just going to get wiped off the face of the planet. We don't even know what happened. It'll be fine.
I'm scared of that. They should just do it to New York and LA instead and leave us alone.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, because I played a lot of Fallout and it seems fun. And I'm pretty good at it.
See? That's why I think tearing Achilles would be worse. It would be fun to be in a post-apocalyptic hellscape.
You might be right.
They got those
It
big
depends on how bad of a tear and how bad of a nuke.
And that's a game that's easily manipulated too, Fallout. You can really break that game pretty easily. So
especially because I have a lot of pizzazz, and so as long as I keep putting points into the pizzazz meter, I think I'm solid, dude.
the pizzazzometer. There's a guy I watch. I don't play a lot of video games anymore, but I watch a lot of people play video games. There's a guy called the Spliffing Brit, and his whole channel is him just breaking games. So 2 games he really, really breaks pretty easily is Fallout and Skyrim. Especially once he gets DLCs, because DLCs have like super overpowered things, and he just murders the game by way of that. It's really hard to see Jalen Phillips getting carted off the field like that. That's really unfortunate. Honestly, have like one of the best games he's played all season. I was upset I didn't start him, and I was excited to have him in Dynasty, and now he's out with an Achilles. That sucks, dude.
Bulky.
And that's why I think we should outlaw players rupturing their Achilles.
It's got to end. How many Achilles?
We need to outlaw in the NFL. There should be a 15-yard penalty every time someone goes down with a non-contact.
We need to outlaw the Achilles.
Well, we need them.
Got to get rid of them.
We need them. How's Justin Jefferson going to be super explosive without an Achilles?
I think we can just give all the NFL players like those tink legs.
Tink legs.
Like pogo sticks.
Bionicles.
Like that dude that shot his wife legs.
Stories.
Oh, Oscar Pistorius legs?
Yeah, like pogo
Blade
stick
Runners?
legs. That way they're not tearing them.
And here we are. Anyways, game's back on 3rd and 4. Free play for the Jets. He's going to throw it up to Garrett Wilson, and he drops it.
But there is a flag.
I love that he did that, though, right? He knew he had a free play, looks directly, goes off of his primary read, goes directly to Garrett Wilson. I'm going to throw the ball up to him because he's my best receiver.
Buddy, you know how happy I am that he just got a pass within 5 yards of a receiver?
Yeah, not a great pass, but the thought behind it is what I appreciate.
Offsides, Miami.
Oh, yeah, it was Buda Baker jumped. It was pretty clear from
Obvi.
Oh, no, they're offsetting. So
Offset.
Offside, then a hold. Offset. Replay 3rd down.
Damn, they don't want to give the Jets anything on this blackest of Fridays.
This has been a Black Friday. One to remember. I can't wait for this TV to get in, you guys. We're currently watching, I believe, on a 55-inch monitor. We're going to have a 75.
Baby vision, dude.
Yeah, this is honestly embarrassing,
Once
and I'm
we get
sick
to
of
big
it.
boy vision, guys, the analysis is only going to get dumber.
Not
our
Zach
promise
Wilson
to
drops
you.
back to pass. Brees Hall breaks one tackle and gets the first down.
Bigger, dumber.
David Long Jr. on the coverage. Out of West Virginia. The green face mask with these black helmets do look sick.
It looks fucking immaculate. That's why it's so sad how bad the Jets are.
I thought the Lions-Packers uniform combination for that game was probably the best of the Thanksgiving and Black Friday. This would probably be second place.
Which ones did they wear?
The Lions, they wore the old school without the decal on the helmets. Were sweet. And Packers wore their classics. Not Zach Wilson gets sacked. Nowhere to go. Pressure up the middle. And that's really the interior line for this Jets team has been the real issue. And that's like where you don't want to get pressured from right up the middle. You'd way rather have somebody come trying to take your head off so at least you can step up in the pocket.
There was a beautiful shirt I saw, and if I was a buying shirts for other guys kind of guy, I would have gotten it for you, and it was one of the rookies on the Lions tried to draw the Lions logo, and they have it next to the real one. Very funny.
Not Zach Wilson drops back to pass. Pass is tipped up, and it's going to be intercepted.
Pickies.
7:54 on the clock. Was it Jahmyr Gibbs? Who did they have draw it? I hope it's Jahmyr.
Oh, I think it was Jahmyr Gibbs.
I know the one you're talking
He drew it
about.
like bad, and they have it next to the real logo on a T-shirt, and it's very fucking fun.
That's pretty cool. Yep, tipped up in the air, pass to Brees Hall. Howard tips
I like
it
how
out.
Hall just looked both ways and didn't even attempt to.
He didn't know where the ball was. He couldn't find it. It was
He
tipped
looked
up
like
too high.
Travolta, like the Travolta meme where he's like.
Well,
wow.
Here we are, 27-6.
Dude, I always had faith in Miami.
I can't
Anybody's
believe
game.
I can't believe Tim Boyle hasn't been more impressive, honestly.
With the name like Tim Boyle, I mean, you expect greatness.
Yeah. So I guess I could zoom out a little bit on the scoreboard, but optically it doesn't quite look as good. And then we'd be able to see what the last play was as it scrolls on the screen. Looks pretty nice.
Jets third string, Johnny Pimples, due to make an appearance any day now.
Johnny Pimples.
I think Tim Boyle.
I don't know who the official second string quarterback is. All I saw is Zach Wilson is third string today.
I think
Emergency.
whoever is after him is just some on fire, currently garbage can.
Well, like literally just a garbage can that's on fire.
Yes.
Like, we're going to start you over Zach Wilson. What a clusterfuck. I mean, maybe don't judge Zach Wilson yet, but he's got to be done in the NFL, right?
Well, I'm very disappointed.
He's got to go win an XFL championship before he's going to make it back into the
I'm
NFL.
so surprised at how many people get so many chances in the NFL rather than just go get somebody new. Like,
Well, when you're top 3 pick that draft class, there's a lot more politics going on behind scenes on your behalf because the GM picked you. The GM oftentimes doesn't want to be wrong, especially if they're new, which they usually are when they have a top 3 pick. So they're going to go to bat for you and make sure. That's why I think there is a chance that Robert Saleh isn't a total doof and that he's kind of being forced into starting Zach Wilson because he's the guy. He's the golden child, even though the same GM class brought in his replacement, basically Aaron Rodgers.
I'd say in the NFL it mostly happens with coaches, but it happens a lot with quarterbacks too. Like Geno Smith, like fucking on the fucking Seahawks. It's like, dude, how many chances has fucking Geno Smith had to be the most mids quarterback of all time?
He played great last season. Not having such a great year this season. Tua hands the ball off to the left side of the field. He's going to gain 15 yards on the play. It'll be a first down.
Well, like Tyrod Taylor had a million chances too. I feel like there's
He
just
sure
so many
did.
of these dudes that have like
That's true.
80 chances, and it's like you can't just go to the draft. Like,
Whoever took that carry is not on my active roster.
37? No.
It's not on my active roster. Couldn't tell you who he is.
and the way that he coaches
Unknown
here
soldier.
is that he goes up to every player and he asks, "Do you have any games on your phone?" And they respond yes or no. And that's why I love him.
Evans.
Ah.
Handoff to the right. Evans gets the carry. He'll gain 2 on the play. I'm assuming this guy got recently activated from the practice squad. Nope.
Another NFL thing I don't understand is why they just wouldn't have every single one of their backups in right now.
Darrington Evans, 5th year out of Appalachian State, 5'10", 203 pounds. Recently activated off the practice squad. Look at those cuties.
Does he have a spray tan or does he tan religiously?
I think he tans. He also lives in Miami. Handoff, fumbled by Evans. Jets ball. Here
They
we
showed
go.
his wife just now, and she was 8 shades lighter than him.
So the 6th year out of Appalachian State checks notes.
The Bills' defense trying to keep them in this game in spite of their offense's best efforts.
Darrington Evans fumbles the handoff. And if you're coming in off the practice squad, 5th year in the league, 6th year in the league, and you fumble the snap against the Jets, feels like we'll be seeing him play on the
I was literally
XFL in
going
the
to say they would
offseason.
be better off just literally kneeing the ball and punting for the rest of the game.
You come in off the bench. Your job is to run the clock out. You already got one big run. Secure the snap. Secure the ball.
For once in your life.
The ball is the program. Carrington Evans.
All you had to do was not drop the ball that was just handed to you. Unscathed.
I wish we had another shitty game to watch after this, though, if I'm honest. You know? You guys didn't watch any of the college games this
An even
morning?
worse game.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I think we do, actually. Did Michigan State and Ohio State already play, or is that tonight? I think that might be tonight.
I think 6:30 is Clemson and South Carolina. I know that for reasons.
What reasons?
Family.
I don't think the Spartans have played yet. So we'll get to watch the Spartans get blown out tonight, so that should be fun. I'm a Michigan State, by the way, in real life for shoot. Yeah. Oh, they play Penn State. They don't play Ohio State tonight. They already got blown up by Ohio State. Yeah, we get to see the Michigan State Spartans get blown out by Penn State tonight at home at 6:30.
James Franklin's Nittany Lions.
The very same. Ranked 11, 9-2 Nittany Lions. I think Spartans are out of contention for a bowl game, if that matters. They also do not have a new head coach hired for next season, which is problematic.
And I think that they should have kicked him out of the FBS after the whole Sandusky thing.
Penn State?
Or they should have at least did what they did to SMU to like ensure that they were going to be bad forever after the scandal.
Well, Michigan State has also had some very not so good things around that realm happen in the not so distant past.
They Sandusky'd?
Yeah, they kind of did. Yeah. Not like small children, but like gymnasts and stuff.
Not the football program, though.
No,
Wait.
not the football program.
Gymnast?
Well,
That's
the
where
football
Dr.
program head
Nazaro
coach just got
Wait, that's where the doctor for the Olympics was?
yeah, and the head coach recently just got let go because of some potentially
Bad stuff.
just like harassment stuff, like nothing like
Good stuff.
no touching stuff,
Well,
but like phone stuff, maybe not so great.
and I'm going to say that this is a bad take beforehand. But,
Oh, boy.
I mean, that USA team did win a lot of gold medals.
Too soon.
Unorthodox methods, perhaps. But did they work?
Anyways,
Yes or yes?
I do not condone anything that Thomas says on
I
this
don't
show.
condone anything either. I'm just saying.
Not Zach Wilson drops back to pass.
Proof is in that gold medal
Rolls
pudding.
out to the left. Brownlee catches the ball, and he's going to advance the ball 7 yards,
medal
3rd
pudding, of course.
and 3.
Shut up.
You're going to get me fired from my job, and I'm
did.
self-employed. So shut up, Thomas.
Guys, if anybody sends me $5 on Cash App right now, I'll say the R word.
No one will send you that money. Conklin.
Guys,
I'll send it to him right now. I'm sending it to him right now.
guys, if you want to hear me say the R word, send $5 to Cash App Thomas Gunter 518. I think that's it. Might not be.
So Conklin catches the ball.
Too little, too late, Conklin.
Javon Holland getting up very slowly. Looks like he caught a knee to the helmet. And that's one thing you never really also hear about when you hear all this nonsense about hip drop tackles and stuff is the safety of the defensive player. Because at some point, the safety of the defensive player is going to start getting taken a back seat to the wide receivers
I just
who
don't.
sell more jerseys.
How many ways are they gonna ban tackling? Are they even actually considering banning hip tackling? Is that a real
Allegedly,
narrative?
yes. That's according to a report from a entirely unreliable Twitter source, but a source that does get things right every once in a while.
If you're a defensive back, how do you get Derrick Henry down?
If he gets behind you, don't let him behind you. So I am planning to do like a bit for the channel of like a
Talking shit
football
on hip
expert.
tackles?
No, football expert showing you alternative ways to tackle somebody without hip dropping. So that's the whole bit.
But like the only other way they could do it is run full speed at him, which probably isn't like the
Well,
best.
we saw a tackle from the ankles this game cause an ankle injury on Tyreek Hill. Like when people get tackled forcefully to the ground, sometimes people are going to get injured, and sometimes it's going to suck.
We saw a man get tackled untouched, not even tackled. We saw a man just blow his Achilles off the start of the play.
Exactly. Are you gonna outlaw
Starts of the
people
play.
lining up like that? Like, no. Like you have to line up with your feet together so you can avoid an Achilles rupture.
At first,
That
they
can
came
happen.
for the kickoffs, but I did not speak up, for I was not a special team.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the NFL's done a great job. Like the NFL like tackle or the quarterback tackle where defensive linemen were picking up quarterbacks and driving them into the ground and putting 300 pounds of their body weight right on top of them. Outlawing that, like there was definitely 2 years of a window where the referees didn't really know what to call and what not to call. But now this year in particular, it feels like they're letting like the borderline ones go and the really bad ones where the guy is coming in on top of a quarterback and driving them into the turf. Whenever you see old games where that's still happening, you see tackles like that, you're like, oh yeah, that was probably not the best thing to have done to our quarterbacks in the NFL. But yeah, sometimes it just gets a little bit ridiculous, and I think that's what we're seeing.
I'm such an old head. I just love to see a person get smoked, dude.
I
If it
don't,
looks
dude.
bad.
They're playing fucking 17 games. It's not like they're playing 14 games anymore. Passes up and garbage. Touchdown for second. Garrett Wilson, nope. Drops it. Flag on play.
Maybe he hurt his hand with his left arm.
Oh, he's fine. It was a free play. David Long Jr. offsides.
How do the Dolphins keep going offside?
Let's see the coverage on this one. He had his hands on it. He just couldn't bring it into his chest. Elliott and his partner do a great job of prying their arm in between the ball.
Forgot to spray
Garrett
the stick 'em
Wilson.
on this game, dude.
Just target Garrett Wilson 5 more times. Instead, they run with Breece Hall. He's going to gain 4, so it'll be second and short for some garbage time fantasy football stuff.
This is gonna sound crazy, but just hand it directly to Conklin.
I'm with you, man.
He's never done bad.
I lost Alec Goddard in my dynasty league, and Conklin's my backup, and I'm forced to start him for the rest of the season. So here we are. He looks right at Conklin, and he throws to Gibson instead. He catches it on the 1-yard line. And now do we get a back shoulder to Garrett Wilson like we saw in the preseason with Aaron Rodgers, or do we get 3 unsuccessful handoffs to Breece Hall up the middle?
Well, what I'd like to see is another hilarious pick six, Jamie Jakes. But
That would be okay. Now I'm with you. What do we see? A terrible camera angle. It's thrown up to the corner of the end zone. It's caught.
Everybody always says
Touchdown.
they want to
And
see
it is to Garrett Wilson. Garbage time touchdown for Garrett Wilson.
Saving his fantasy day. 6 play, 35 yards. The Jets have still not scored a touchdown offensively where their drive started in their own half of the field, but they score there.
And that's got to count for
You know
something.
what everybody
for
always says during a stream is, you know what I want to see on one of the 3 touchdowns this game? A bird's eye view, and then don't even show the person who catches it. Show them slightly off camera.
Where the quarterback is taken out by the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? You couldn't even see where
I don't want to see a single skill player, Jamie Jakes. What I want to see on every play is a bird's eye view of the line of scrimmage.
and that's not the first time they've gone to that angle, and it'd be totally confusing. You couldn't even tell that was Garrett Wilson.
I feel
And
like
Garrett Wilson has the most recognizable body type on the New York offense. Like he just like no one else in the offense looks like him, right? And it's just like
I feel like they try to predict things. I feel like right there they're predicting they were going to run it up the middle, so they're like, oh, let's show this bird's eye view so we can see the runner, blah, 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 at the line of scrimmage. And then I think they've done the same thing on plays where it'll, like, show the receivers running routes, but it'll just be a run play.
Yeah.
So I think they, like, fuck up trying to predict plays before they happen in the broadcast.
well, probably because they use analytics to try and predict things. Does that Kia's seat recline in the back there? Is that what I just saw? They had a footrest on that Kia.
Sure.
You guys ever been?
Dude, Kia's got nice out of nowhere. Kia's
sure
used
did.
to be ugly,
They
shitty
changed
cars.
their logos.
As soon as they changed the logo, the cars look 10 times better. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, they're definitely becoming more of a luxury brand now. It feels like.
We saw a Kia in our hood, dude, and it was very funny because they were not sitting on 1 but 2 donuts with 2 tires strapped to the top and like super rusted out. It looked like a Fallout vehicle, dude. It was very funny.
So that's probably the owner doing that to his own car because Kias are notoriously easy to like hotwire or
it
whatever
was one
it's
of the
called.
old Kia Souls. It was like before that shit even started happening.
Well, I think the old Kia Souls is when it started happening.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought new Kias happened with like the electronic key sets.
I think the
Key
old
fobs.
Kias were notoriously easy to just jump into and hack, basically. From what I understand, no personal experience with that, but I think there's several.
No, this was like
Your parents ever use the tire thing or the steering wheel thing? Like they put a jack
bar?
on the bar on the steering wheel.
no. I know what you're talking about.
That's what my parents always used that. They worked in Detroit, so I think that's probably why they started doing it. So when was I born? 94. My parents were working in Detroit in 94 till 2020,
Sure.
basically, maybe less. But anyways, they used to use that. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah, there was like crime in Houston, but we just never took preventative measures.
Yeah, I don't even know if there was that big of a crime issue. That might have just been a thing. That might have just been like a 90s thing that people were just like, all right, that's how what we do. That's what we do. And then people quickly realized that's not maybe the most effective way to do things. I don't know.
I think it's still effective. I think any deterrent for a criminal is huge.
Yeah. So we put padlocks on our gate entryway, even though it doesn't actually lock anything. We just put it through one of the random holes so it looks like it's locked.
Yeah, a lot of people do that shit. It's just like any deterrent for a criminal is good because they're just going to go to the next house that doesn't have a lock or the next car that doesn't have the preventative shit. So
Yeah.
it's easier.
We got the cameras and the big NRA flag in the front yard. That's a joke. We don't have that.
Not to have an open invite to steal shit from us, but our garage stays open way too much for comfort. For the area that we're in, for just like homeless people randomly walking by.
Oh, yeah.
And we've yet to get robbed, knock on some fucking...
Same. It doesn't
When-
happen in neighborhoods like this. It happens in Las Colinas. It's where all our neighbors go to steal shit. Our hand up goes to Mostert up the middle. That's serious though. Like I've got my car broken into twice or 3 times in Las Colinas, where I used to live in my apartment complex, and then I moved to like a shittier neighborhood in Irving, like south of the airport, and then I moved to Dallas. And then I moved to this part of Dallas, and I never saw any crime anywhere except for Las Colinas, which is like the nicest area I ever lived in.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Fucking Schwartzstein, dude.
I had someone like sort of steal my gym bag once, and it was like definitely like a crackhead because he picked it up. And so I go to my car, I go to my trunk, thing's gone, trunk's open, and I go over to I walk like
30 yards, there's like my shoes and my weightlifting belt. And then I walk another 30 yards, there's like my tape and my wrist wraps. And I walk another 30 yards, there's like a water bottle. And then I just find my backpack as Tua pitches the ball to Mostert. It'll be gain of 0 on the play. 4 minutes and
Kidding
20.
when any of your shit, they were actively taking your shit out and throwing it aside.
Yeah.
Was there anything that they did keep?
No. And the funny thing is like the weightlifting shoes on Facebook Marketplace, you could have got maybe $100 for those. The weight belt, he probably could have got $40 for. Like, they were valuable things. He just didn't know that they were valuable. Probably just looking for cash, if I had to guess. Didn't find it. Didn't have anything worth stealing.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying to put in work necessarily.
No, he definitely wasn't. I also had not the casing for my mirror. I had the mirror stolen off my truck. And I took it to the mechanic, and the guy's like, how do they do this? I'm like, I have no fucking idea. And they're like, did they break the mirror? I was like, no. There was no glass on the ground. It was just I went to my car one morning, and my mirror was gone. Just the mirror, just the glass, not the casing. Like, they're like, how do they do this? I was like, dude, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, but some crackhead has a sick Coke mirror now, dude.
Hand off to Mostert. He's going to get hit out of bounds. The referee is going to mercifully run the clock for us.
That's just such a fucking annoying thing to take.
And I honestly just drove without a mirror for a while. Like, I was just like, I'm not fucking fixing that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like one of those things, like, insurance isn't going to cover that. It's like a $400 thing.
Oh, yeah. I fucked mine up on my old truck and just never changed. I was like, nope.
And those were the mirrors had like the defrosters on it too. And the mirror the guy found for me had a different blinker. He's like, is that all right if it has a different blinker? Because it had like circles instead of squares on the right one or whatever for the arrows. Handoff goes to Mostert up the middle. He's going to go for a touchdown. Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. No, he's going to go down short. Nope. He's going to go in the end zone.
Pretty funny.
What a clusterfuck this game is, huh?
Mostert.
So 3 minutes and 35 seconds
The Jets
left.
can't even lose gracefully.
Reluctantly runs into the end zone.
He didn't even want to. The Jets forced him to. They're like, no, you're going in that end zone, bro. We suck.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers should have told the team that he was coming back regardless of whether they're in playoff contention or not. It'll be fun to see. It's great for fantasy football, honestly. So salute to Aaron Rodgers. Extra points through the uprights. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Natalie, what do you think? What do you think about the Jets? She says yes. Okay. Well said.
miserable team. I hate them.
I don't know. I don't really like Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah. Now he doesn't like Aaron Rodgers because he dates really young women. That is kind of creepy. Did you ever see his girlfriend?
Well, isn't he gay?
He doesn't have any kids.
And he dated Iman, who dated Seth MacFarlane, who's a notorious beard, and Eric Andre personally dates gay men because all those men are gay.
Eric Andres, I don't know if you're joking or not.
I don't know if I'm joking or not either. All
Okay.
I know is Seth MacFarlane writes show tunes, and Aaron Rodgers
does.
has 0 children and is a homosexual. And Aaron Rodgers' college teammate said he was gay and then deleted it in a post immediately. There's a lot. He's gay.
But I feel like he's so open and liberal leaning for certain aspects of life that if he was gay, he would be the first one to tell you about it. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong. I guess the argument against that is the NFL is kind of notorious for being like the most homophobic institution outside of the KKK.
Yeah, he
still
came
going.
into the NFL like 20 years ago, and he's not like necessarily lib. He's kind of like an anti-vaxxer. So
He's libertarian, but that's why I said he's liberal about certain aspects of his life.
like being gay, but
does hallucinogens, talks about it.
yeah, if I was him, I would just tell people I was gay. But
I don't think he's
guess
gay.
he's
That's
like
the point. That's the point that I'm trying to make because I don't
yeah.
think he's gay.
no,
And if he was gay, he'd tell us.
to each his own.
That's true.
But I know from
Agree
experience
with you there.
because I had sex with him that he's gay.
Sack looks like a fumble recovered by the Jets. Uniforms look great.
And can I counter that with, have you seen his mustache?
Let's have Tim Boyle go down with injury, and then whoever the backup quarterback is go down with injury. So emergency quarterback Zach Wilson has to come back in.
Oh, I wanted to see Conkle come in at QB.
Conklin?
Conkley. Old Conk could probably turn this team around.
Not Zach Wilson, drops back to pass, throws it to, guess what, a check down, Ruckert, and he's going to stay in bounds mercifully.
Another good tight end.
Ruckert's like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Where's this
you
guy
guys.
been the whole time?
Ruckert? He's made a few plays.
Should have had him and Conker every play, dude.
Here you see Aaron Rodgers on the headset looking a little bit frustrated. Don't wonder why.
With 3 tight ends out there because these receivers, yuck.
3rd and 10. Not Zach Wilson, drops back to pass. He throws it to Garrett Wilson. That seems to work pretty well whenever that happens. 1st down. Garrett Wilson getting a lot of garbage time points here for certain fantasy football managers.
Yes, sir. This time brought to you by Hefty. If you're going to have garbage time, why not double bag it? Hefty.
We are getting a hefty bag full of garbage time here out of Zach Wilson. Oh, not Zach Wilson drops back to pass. Dalvin Cook drops the ball.
Now, some people would say this whole game has been garbage time, and to them I say, good analysis.
I love that Zach's wearing shoulder pads, ready to go.
I love that my Miami Dolphins ideally win a Super Bowl this year and show the world how it's done, dude.
Hell yeah. All right, here we are.
I'd say they really made a splash this game.
Not Zach Wilson drops back to pass, throws it to another semi-open Garrett Wilson. Feels like you should just do this all game. Why wasn't this happening all game? Is things that I'm questioning. Quinnen Williams.
I think you got to demote the Jets to the New York biplanes now until they get their shit together. Especially with Aaron Rodgers as their first QB, dude.
Not Zach Wilson dropping back to pass, throws it to, guess what, a check down. Breaks tackle. Dalvin Cook goes down for a 1st down.
Jets just now realizing that
2-minute warning.
In the 4th quarter.
Well, that's kind of what I envisioned for Dalvin Cook to be for Aaron Rodgers, is just like the ultimate check down guy. Because Breece Hall obviously ain't it. He's not, I mean, great, better running back, more explosive at this point in his career. Breece Hall, but not a great check down guy. Doesn't feel like he's been on page with any of his quarterbacks as a check down target.
They're at the point where they're showing sandwiches.
Yeah. When we're doing sandwich
We've
talk
made it
here,
to the sandwich portion of the game.
Sandwiches. Talking about sandwiches. I have learned to relate to a lot of announcers as I've done these live streams
With
this
the
season
garbage
for the
time.
first time. And it really points out certain announcers who are really bad at their jobs. But it also gives me a lot of sympathy for certain announcers as they're on primetime games that they have no decision in and having to announce games like this and being like, let's also not say fuck. You know? Let's not totally trash the Jets' whole organization on live stream. Like, how would you even do that? How would you even operate like that?
You just have to do it.
Especially knowing that Robert Salah is like locked and glued into Aaron Rodgers, so they're not going to fire him. So you can't trash him, even though he's obviously incompetent. Anyways, let's see if we can get some more garbage time fantasy points. Garrett Wilson, Conklin not in the game. I don't know if he's injured or not.
What?
Drops back to pass, throws it to Gibson. He's going to stay in bounds mercifully. I love how the Jets.
Him for that.
I love how the Jets offense is like, hey, we're gonna run the clock out of this.
My favorite garbage time moment was one time Gruden and Tirico just started making smoothies in this blowout. Spider 2Y banana smoothies, dude. It was very funny.
Garrett Wilson on a deep route for some reason, way overthrown. There's a flag. I was watching. I mean, I stared down Garrett Wilson that whole play just like Tim Boyle did because I was keeping an eye on him for fantasy purposes. and never open. Right? Also a deep route. Why are we running a deep route at this point in the game?
Into double or triple coverage.
Yeah. I mean, perfect throw. Okay. So Tim Boyle passing yardage total. He is 1/2 yard under the under. So here we go. Come on, Tim. Let's get our over, baby. All right, Tim. 178 yards. Needs 179 to get the over. He drops back to pass. He's going to get hit. He's going to go down for a sack.
Sacked. Classic Tim Boyle.
4th down.
Dolphins running out of sack celebrations.
Do they go for it here? They have to, right? For the over.
They literally
We got to get the over. Now, does the sack count against your passing yardage in the NFL?
It does not.
Okay.
It should for Tim Boyle.
It should, right? It doesn't go against your rushing yardage, but
Funnier if it did.
it should go against your pass. Zach Wilson drops back to pass. Dolphin blitz. Check down for the over. Bowden. Bow. And not Zach Wilson hits the over. 178 yards passing total for the game, which means he overperformed. Good job, Tim Boyle.
And he did it with only 2 interceptions, folks. You got to love him.
That's great. That was great stuff.
He actually managed to get 1 touchdown. You love to see it. Half the amount of interceptions he threw.
Yeah, we kind of forgot about that, right? The Garrett Wilson touchdown. Didn't feel like it counted.
Measure, dude. It was. They didn't even show it live.
Well, thank you guys for coming over. This has been What Are We Talking About with Jamie Jakes. I am him. You can follow me at JAMJKS on X. Kyle Andrew. Aaron Thomas Show.
Kyle Aaron Thomas Show. Sheesh.
Kyle Aaron Thomas Show.
It is what it is.
Kyle Aaron Thomas Show. Subscribe to it
Cats,
on
baby.
YouTube. Anything else to tell the audience?
We got fired for our podcast, so if y'all don't like and subscribe now,
Then it was all for nothing.
then we got fired for no reason.
Then we had nothing and we lost it all.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for spending a little bit of Black Friday with me.
Appreciate you.
If anybody is watching this stream, thank you as well. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. Looking
Happy
forward to
Hanukkah.
it. Please subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you at 3 o'clock for the Bills-Eagles game. And then again for Monday night. Are y'all coming?
I will.
Yay.
Okay, sweet. We'd love to have you on for any or all of those. Thank you.
Jamie Jakers.
And
Assemble.
good night.